This is a Miami Sports Music Podcast Network production. This is the #1 Miami fan morning show. Clock Blockers, let's go.
I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Been for life, we throw the folk. Singing this just to welcome bro.
What up, baby? Good morning. Good morning to my family with a PH and my fellow Finlaws. It is Clock Blockers, the #1 Miami fan morning show. I am your host, Stephen D. You can follow me on all social media at Stephen D SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Super excited to be hanging out with y'all on this Throwback Thursday. That is right. It is Throwback Thursday. I'm wearing my Mark Duper jersey today and my throwback Dolphins hat. So what's going on? You can also follow Miami Sports Music everywhere at Miami Sports Music, except on Twitter where we are at MIA Sports Music. What is going on? Y'all excited? We got a great show lined up for y'all today. Keep it right here on your way in. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button. It's a big deal. Hit the like button. Seriously, if you haven't done it, hit the like button. Okay, make sure y'all do that. Also, hey, look, if you want to subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the channel. It's free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And when you do subscribe, make sure you hit that bell notification. That way you get notified anytime Miami Sports Music goes live, or there's new music, or there's going to be a new exclusive interview, which we might have for you this evening. There might be a recording later on this afternoon and dropping sometime this evening of an exclusive person in the Dolphins content creator community. So I'm pretty excited about it. So we're going to record that later on this afternoon. So be on the lookout for that. So make sure you have your bell notifications turned on. Otherwise, you're not going to know when it drops. Also, hey, look, sign up to become a member today. There are plenty of seats waiting at the table for you to become part of the family. That's right. Sign up today. There are plenty of seats. There's 3 different tiers. You choose the tier that works best for you to support if you're able to. We'd love to get 2 new members on the channel today. It'd be absolutely amazing. If you're able to donate financially or monetarily, there's a couple of different ways you can do it. You can use the YouTube Live Super Chat, which is the $ below the bottom of the chat, or you can use Cash App, which is $MSM Podcast Network, or use the QR code that's right on your screen, or you can use MSM Podcast Network on PayPal, or use the QR code that is right on your screen. Want to give a big shout out to our sponsors of the show, ZSM Sports. ZSM Sports, the #1 place to get your cards, jerseys, balls, and hard-to-find items. Make sure you follow ZSM Sports today. They specialize in sports memorabilia in South Florida, and they are absolutely amazing. Make sure you go follow them on Instagram at SportsZSM. Tell Zachary that I sent you, and he will take care of you. Trust me, absolutely amazing. Need tickets to the game on Friday night or any of the games coming up? Less is more events. Lime Tickets is the place to get them for less than the competition, allowing you to have more fun. Give them a call today at 202-930-3533. Less is more events. Lime Tickets. Tell them I sent you, Steven sent you, and they will give you an amazing deal. And here's the best part: 0 service fees. You get a personalized experience when you call them today. And last but certainly not least, Tailgreeter. We love Tailgreeter. Download the app today on your current Apple or Android devices. Make sure you do that today. You guys want to go to the best tailgates around, like in South Florida for the Dolphins home games? East 32 Dolphins Tailgate is where it's at. It has all-inclusive. It's got the hottest DJ. It's got the flyest pregame show with yours truly. And they got a pretty handsome couple of guys on the grill, too. I'm just saying, little chef guy RD, okay? So make sure you guys check that out, East 32 Dolphins Tailgate for Tailgreeter. And a big reminder for Tailgreeter, also, just want to remind you, if you're going to go to an away game this year, we got 3 great games for you. Baltimore, the Baltimore Beatdown, FedEx Takeover, and a Philly Finvasion. We got meet and greets the night before. We got game tickets. We got all-inclusive tailgates for the pregame. It's going to be one of the hottest things that you can do. And I'm telling you right now, if you're going to go on October 22nd, which is my anniversary, I'm going to be in Philadelphia. I'm not going to be with my wife. That's how big it's going to be. She gave me permission, guys. I just want you to know, so don't kill me. Okay. So it's going to be good. She knew that business has to come first. So it's going to be a lot of fun in Philly. And then December 1st, that weekend, we're going to be in DC for the FedEx takeover. And then New Year's Eve, we're going to be in Baltimore. That's right. I'm going to come back home from Mississippi. So I'll be back in Baltimore area. So it'll be good. One last reminder, if you're going to go to week 2, to the Sunday night football game of the Patriots and Dolphins, and you want to hang out with Dolphins fans, well, the Dolphins of Southern New England have a great tailgate party that you can go to. Make sure you go check them out. Dolphin fans of Southern New England, Dave Fazina and Eric Carrier, they're going to have a awesome tailgate. Make sure you check them out. It's going to be good. And tomorrow I'm going to be dropping some exclusive new events for opening weekend as well. So got a lot of stuff going on. Shout out to everybody. We got a big show lined up for you today. It is DolFan Chat Thursday, Throwback Thursday. We're going to do like Wildin' Out Wednesday. We're going to do it on Thursday today, later on in the show. Full DolFan panel debate. But this morning, we're going to have Daniel Oyefusi on of the Miami Herald, beat reporter of the Miami Dolphins and host of Dolphins In-Depth podcast for the Miami Dolphins Report. We're going to recap the joint practices with the Atlanta Falcons, preview preseason game number 1 tomorrow night, and we're going to have a good time doing that. But without further ado, let me bring in my co-host of the morning, my brother from another mother, Mr. Cameron 954.
Good morning, Stephen D. Good morning. What's up, Clock Blockers fam? How you doing today?
Pretty good, man. How are you?
Good, man. Busy morning. I feel like we got a whole lot to talk about besides what happened in training camp this week. There's just a lot going on, but we'll keep it focused on training camp.
Yeah, there's a lot to get into. I know some of you tuned in this morning for the baseball talk. Cameron Clark, who does our baseball segment back-to-back with us, actually had a prior engagement. He will be back next Thursday. So next Thursday, we will have our back-to-back baseball segment. Cameron 954, Cameron Clark, myself, back-to-back baseball segment will be on next Thursday. So don't go anywhere for that next Thursday. It'll be good stuff. All right, man. I'm just waiting for the man, the mystery himself to get on here. But real quick, man, how you been? What's going on?
Good, man. Good. I got a few things to get off my chest here, and just everything going on Twitter. With our friend TD and everybody surrounded in the content creator community. Mm-hmm. It's pretty interesting, and there's definitely a divide in my eyes. In my opinion, there's definitely a divide between the YouTubers, the Twitter followers, the YouTube content creators, and really the beat writers, the Omar Kelly, the Travis Winfield, the Omars, or the Oyefusi, Daniel of the world. Perkins you can throw in there as well. And then there's guys like, you and TD and Reason and, forgive me if I'm forgetting people. Finn's Tailgate, a lot of guys out there with
Dudley Do Wrong,
Sarney, with Dolphins centric
Dolphins weekly
with content, right? And so I think we all have to really look at ourselves and realize like we all just have opinions, right?
Yeah.
And especially it kind of pisses me off when, especially the Twitter hellscape that is Dolphins Twitter, that a lot of folks will just take whatever content that they can skew off at somebody else's timeline, a YouTube platform, feeds off the Dolphins website, what have you, and then just use bits and pieces to fit their own narrative, right? Mm-hmm. And what I'm trying to say is like, people need to relax, man. Just take a chill and realize like, just because maybe the offensive line got blown up yesterday doesn't mean the offensive line is trash. We'll know that here through the preseason games going into the regular season. and Tua might not have been the sharpest, or who knows, like Salvin Ahmed might have been the best looking running back, but you have to realize, like, at training camp, they're working on specific schemes, patterns, all things might not be implemented in the game scheme, but they're trying things out, especially against, the Falcons in these inter squad workouts that they might not ever use, but they want to try them out, different formations, different personnel packages. And just because it didn't work in practice doesn't mean that's a grade that this team has moving forward. And that's my point, is that all of us aren't going to know what the final product is until game 1 against the Chargers.
Yep.
Right. And up until that day, especially with only 3 preseason games, are we going to see, we're not going to see the final product. And so my point is that everybody needs to realize, like, we're all here for the same reasons. We're fans of the Dolphins, and we want to see the best for our team. But that doesn't mean that they're trash, or this player's trash, or that player's trash because they dropped the pass, or they got blown up, in a specific, protection package.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't know exactly, what's going to be implemented come game 1, and I think it's important to realize that this is training camp, and mistakes are supposed to be made, and we learn from our mistakes. That's meaning the team does. And that's all I got to say. It's
you said it very eloquently and very, very well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is time to bring on the man, the myth, the legend. He is a staple of this show. He used to come on for, 2 years for every Tuesday. I love him. We're from that Maryland area together. I don't hold that against him, no matter how awesome he might be. He covers the Miami Dolphins for the Miami Herald. He's, in my opinion, the best question asker in the room. The questions don't get better until Daniel asks his first questions in the press conference. And trust me, Daniel, who's listening in the back, we listen to a majority of the press conferences and some of the questions, but the moment Daniel asks his questions, all the other questions after that seem to get better for some reason. So, Daniel, you're a trendsetter. Just know that. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Daniel Oyefusi.
What's going on, Steve? How you doing, man? Long time.
Come on, man. Come on,
Good morning, Daniel.
Welcome back to the show, Daniel. What's up, man? How you been?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. It's 3 weeks training camp. We got the first preseason game, so I'm just glad to finally get some
rest. You're just chilling.
I bet you're glad just to be in the AC, man, because it was like 115 on the field, and underneath the filter, it was hot.
When they moved practice inside yesterday, I was like, thank you, God, because I was burning up out there, and it's hot as hell.
The fans weren't too happy that we're there, but everybody else that covers the team were like, oh, my God, now I don't have to sit here and drench 20 pounds of sweat, man.
That's no joke. I was wet through, man.
Yeah, it's been bad.
All right, man, let's get, there's so much to get into. We only got you for about 30 minutes today, and I want to be able to get as much in as I can. Let's start out with the beginning of training camp. A lot of stuff to get into. There seems to be this word of not mediocre, I guess, is probably some of the play that they've been playing with, or seems to be within the Dolphin community. They're not too pleased with some of the play that they've seen on field. I've been sitting here trying to tell people, guys, it's the 2nd or 3rd week of training camp. Let's just calm down, relax. What are your observations of the first 3 weeks of training camp, Daniel?
Yeah, well, I guess I'll really start on the offense, because I think that when you talk about maybe like some struggles and mediocre play, I think that's more of kind of alluding to the offensive side of the ball. And it's been kind of an interesting first 3 weeks because, again, I think that entering training camp, the overarching kind of like narrative or theme and belief was that, okay, like this offense did such great things in year 1 with Mike McDaniel and Tua and Tyreek and Jalen Waddle. So the kind of just natural thought is that, all right, you hit the ground running and you just have this steady progression, in the second training camp. And I don't think it's necessarily been that. No, I even asked McDaniel yesterday, like, are you pleased with the state of growth and kind of the state of the offense in year 2? And he said, yeah, it's about where I think it is. I think there's a little bit of like a cognitive dissonance if you're like, reading a lot of these reports, or if you're at practice and watching them, because last year we saw a whole bunch of big plays to Tyreek and Jalen Waddle. It seemed like every play, every practice, we were getting a new social media video capturing these long balls, and it's like you're not really seeing that, you're not really hearing about that. So just naturally, you're like, all right, well, the offense isn't performing as well because you're not seeing as many explosive plays. And I asked Frank Smith about that, the offensive coordinator, as well, and he said, like, it's not like you have to get an explosive play every practice for it to be successful. We're looking for specific things. But even McDaniel has said, yeah, like multiple times he's been like, yeah, like the defense got the best of us. Like after the Saturday scrimmage, he was like, yeah, the defense got the best of us. I think it's twofold. I think, and the second part of it is kind of my own kind of conspiracy theory. First off, I think that we're seeing the impact of going up against a Vic Fangio defense. We know that this is a defense that Tua has struggled against in his career, and the Dolphins did struggle against variations of that defense this past season, whether that was with the Chargers, or to an extent the Packers, and then even the 49ers. They run a little bit different defense, but kind of like some similar principles. So we're seeing that, like Josh Boyer, Brian Flores, they had defenses that were just naturally lent themselves to allowing explosive plays against this offense, because the Dolphins didn't really have any cornerbacks outside of maybe Xavier Howard that could match up against Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle for 2 hours. So when you're playing a lot of blitz heavy stuff and you only have one safety back, like, yeah, you're going to get one-on-one opportunities, and more times than not, you're going to allow some big plays. That's just not going to happen as much against Vic Fangio's defense. But I think that it's been really beneficial because it's allowed the Dolphins to have to kind of find those counter punches in the summer. So we're seeing that a lot. My conspiracy theory is that, first off, I don't think that Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill have gotten, through 3 weeks of training camp, I don't think they've gotten nearly as many reps as they did through 3 weeks of last year's training camp. And I don't think that they've gotten a lot of reps together. That's not to say that they're not on the field at the same time, because they are in some moments. But I just haven't seen them as much. It seems like we're seeing a lot of reps where Tyreek Hill's in there, but then Braxton Berrios and David Davis, or then, Jalen Waddle's out there, but then he's out there with Chosen and Ezukama. And I truly think that I haven't asked anybody about it yet, but I think that is a concerted and a concerted effort to try to get too comfortable with non-Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle targets, where there's a lot of talk about the competition for the number 3 wide receiver and whatnot. But we know what they have in Tua, Tyreek, and Jalen Waddle. Like when they're all on the field, and with Armstead as well, they're one of the more explosive and efficient offenses in the league. But I think that, and I've written about it and I've alluded to it, I think that it's important for them to find a clear number 3 and number 4 wide receiver that Tua feels comfortable with, because you want to be a Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle centric offense, but you don't want to be a Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle reliant offense. So God forbid, obviously Tua missed games, but Tyreek and Jalen didn't. But God forbid one of those guys isn't able to play. You want somebody else who can step in, and there's going to be a drop off because there's no replacing those guys. But you want somebody that Tua feels comfortable with, and they can still move the ball. So on the offensive side of the ball, I don't want to sound the alarm, because I want to give them the benefit of the doubt based off of their overwhelming body of work this past season, and just the fact that, like, they were top 10 in offense. Like, do I think there's going to be a major drop off? I'd be truly shocked if there was a major drop off. But that is something that I've noticed. The offensive line has been up and down. Like, there's just no way around it. That left guard spot is for sure one that I think is an open competition. But again, I give them the benefit of the doubt, because I'd be very shocked if they fall off and they become one of the best offenses in the NFL to just an average offense. Like, that would really shock me. So, obviously you can only take what you see, but I kind of have a different interpretation of it all.
Daniel, you hit a subject that I talked about with Steve in the past couple of days. And for me, like, one of the glaring weaknesses of this team was the drop off between Tyreek and Jalen and the number 3 and number 4 wide receivers last year. And you saw very quickly how this team and Greer acted upon that in the offseason by signing Chosen and signing Berrios.
Yeah.
And, twofold is the answer to what you just touched on. This is the second year of this, this offense, and the continuity between Tua and Tyreek and Waddle is already there, so to speak. And I think it's important for Chosen and Berrios especially. And you're seeing Freddie Swain show up as well. Get those reps with the ones and twos for the very reason you just mentioned. If Tyreek and Waddle go down for, 2 or 3 games, God forbid, then Tua feels comfortable with, Chosen and Berrios moving up into those roles.
Yeah, exactly. I think like they know what they have. It's the same reason why you don't need Teron Armstead. I mean, partially that's injured, but it's the same reason why you don't need him logging like every single rep in practice. You don't need Xavier Howard out there every single rep. Like, you know what you have in those guys. And again, particularly for the offense, which did have some struggle in the second half of the season, you need to find those counters, and you need to make sure that Tua isn't just, again, reliant on Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Like, I don't think that the offense put its best foot forward. I mean, I don't think that they had the best joint practices with the Falcons. And honestly, Tua's post-practice media session, like just his aura and just the way he was answering questions, you could tell that he was not satisfied. Right. But again, like I look at it like again, I like to add context to everything. I don't like, you can call it excuse making, whatever. I just like to kind of add context. So like they had toward the end of practice when they moved it indoors, they were doing hurry up situations like late game, ball at the 35-yard line, 50 seconds left, 1 timeout. You got to score and try to get in range to score a touchdown. Tua did not have a good rep, so a good series. Threw a pass to Ahmed on a slant, broken up. He threw a out route that didn't get there fast enough to Berrios, got broken up, and then he threw a bad interception that got undercut. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle weren't on the field. Like I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm just saying like they weren't on the field, and things are a little bit different. We have to count for both of those guys. I'm not absolving Tua of the mistake that he made, and I'm sure that he wouldn't even absolve himself of that interception as well. But just adding a little bit of context, like if you have to guard Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle for 50 plays, it's a lot different than if like, all right, you're rotating guys and Chosen's in there sometimes, and Berrios is in there, Craycraft. It's just a little bit different. There is stuff that they need to fix, like the middle of the field kind of 10 to 15 yard passes that we just saw. Like, it just seemed like it was clockwork, and it just seemed like it was like pitch and catch. Teams aren't going to let them do that like as frequently as they have done, and they need to find counters. And I have seen in situations where they were in red zone drills before the hurry up stuff, and they scored like 3 touchdowns just by finding wide open guys in the flat. Mike White found Tyreek Hill in the flat. Tua found Julian Hill in the flat. So I'm like, those are parts of the field they have to attack more. It's a constant tug of war. Like we're not just going to see 50-yard passes and completions every single practice, and just because they don't have that doesn't mean it's not good. I would like to see more crispness in just the overall kind of functioning of the offense, less pre-snap penalties. Again, just being able to move the ball downfield with a little more consistency. But it's like, all right, like you got to put it in context. It's not. I don't think that the offense is in trouble. There's stuff they need to work on, but I'm not going to sound the alarm. And McDaniel even said, like, last year we didn't really like get our footing until the final joint practice with the Eagles, and then we kind of had that flow into the first drive of the preseason game where we saw Tyreek and Tua connect on the first play of the game. So it's like we've seen what they've done. I don't know. I guess it's training camp, so we kind of overreact to everything. But I'm not. Exactly. I'm not worried, to be honest.
Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. We have Daniel Oyefusi of the Miami Herald, the best beat reporter on the beat as far as I'm concerned. No offense to anybody else. And also host of a great podcast called Dolphins in Depth. You guys can find that wherever podcasts are. Daniel, let me ask you a question. Fans seem to be very concerned and are sounding the alarm. And part of the reason is the offensive line. We have been told by Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel for several weeks now, the beat reporters and the fans seem to be the one that are concerned about the O-line. Well, clearly yesterday, with people that were there, fans that were there, people observing practice, and also even in tweets from some of the beat reporters there, Liam Eichenberg seems to be distancing himself. Doesn't seem to be with the other team. We saw that tweet a couple of times from a couple of people that he was isolated kind of by himself to the side. And at the same time, there seems to be this open competition on the O-line, which we all kind of knew there would be. And you kind of just alluded to it a little bit. But does Chris Grier and Mike McDaniel seem concerned about the offensive line? Because let's be honest here, Daniel, 9 offensive line coaches in 10 years, no consistency at all on the O-line. When does that change? Because the one thing that I will say is championship teams, good championship teams, good Super Bowl contending teams, 95% of them have really good or at least consistent offensive lines. And I don't know if the Dolphins have had that in the last decade. So A, how does that change? B, is Grier going to address the problem? Because if Teron Armstead's not on that line, I mean, it's a nightmare. Let's be honest. And that's what I'm observing from it. I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, the Armstead point is a really good one because, obviously, like the left tackle is, the most important, spot on the offensive line, but the trickle down, it's weird. The drop off in play from Armstead to any of his backups, and it's the overall kind of domino effect it has on the offensive line. It's just been staggering. And the second one is the one that kind of confuses me because it's like, obviously the left tackle helps out the left guard and whatnot, but it's just like, it just seems like the pressure rates and sacks just kind of skyrockets when he's out. So obviously that's something that you just kind of have to, he's never played a full season. So you just have to kind of, cross your fingers and knock on wood that he's able to play the overwhelming majority of the season. Yeah, for better or worse, and I've said it, I appreciate the shout out to the podcast. I've said it, on the Dolphins of that podcast, that for better or for worse, the Dolphins season might kind of be decided and kind of we're going to look back like 6 months from now and say, all right, the decision to kind of stick with Eichenberg and Jackson really paid off, and we were better for it, or that it just backfired and the team didn't address the offensive line with the urgency and aggressiveness that it required. Obviously, they re-signed Kendall Lamb, who I think is going to end up being the swing tackle. And I think that he can be a reliable swing tackle. Obviously, you hope that Armstead plays, but if not, I think Kendall Lamb can step in and be serviceable. They signed Owehi and Wynn, and I think that obviously Wynn is second on the depth chart, or he was listed second on the depth chart at left guard, which for the first time the team kind of acknowledged that he's an option on the interior of the offense.
I can tell you right now from people, and I don't mean to interrupt, but from people that have been observing practice and even what I've seen from tweets from beat reporters, he seems to be the best option on the line right now. Which
who's that? Who are you referring to?
Isaiah Wynn. Yeah. And I want to be fair to the situation, but Isaiah Wynn for the last 2 years has been in a backup role and hasn't played that well, right?
Playing tackle too, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just kind of you know what? If Chris Grier and Mike McDaniel are listening, as a fan, I'm very concerned about the offensive line because there were multiple plays this last 2 days in the joint practice. We saw the video that has been circulating on social media of the pocket collapsing of like 4 or 5 guys around too, and we're like, if that's a game, he's getting killed in that game. Like he's going like it's not going to be good. So I don't know what to do as a fan to feel inspired to say, hey, look, you know what? I feel a little bit better about the O-line. Why is the option of Dalton Risner or DJ Fluker, or maybe, and I know this is extreme, I get it, but a trade for somebody like Zach Martin? Why is that?
Yeah, it's not the trade. The trade's not happening just because of financial and
I get it. I understand
compensation. I'll say this in terms of like other options. We throw out a bunch of names, and I think that sometimes the fan or like the media maybe just not having as much insight truthfully. The Dolphins, you think the Dolphins haven't, scoured the various options. So much goes into it, first off money, first off fit. And again, they've invested a lot in terms of draft compensation in Eichenberg. They not only traded, they not only drafted him in the second round, they traded a 3rd round pick to move up and draft him. They used the 1st round pick on Austin Jackson. Like, they have to give these guys whether you agree with it or not, as much run as possible to see that like.
Did you observe Eichenberg being isolated yesterday and the day before?
I did not notice that. I mean, I've just because usually I'm like so fixated on the actual field. But yeah, I mean, it hasn't been good. I mean, he struggled. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And I think that if I had to guess, Wynn or whoever else is in that competition would have to like clearly be better than Eichenberg in order for him to not start the season. But it'll be interesting to see who does start this first game. If Eichenberg doesn't start, he is definitely going to get a lot of run, in my opinion. And they have to see. I mean, they just have to see what they have in these guys. But at some point, you do have to kind of say, like, it gets to a point where you have to say, all right, well, like these are the best five. Like Bush Berry has talked about finding the best five. McDaniel, Frank Smith finding the best five. And the urgency there has to be some urgency, especially given the expectations for this team. This isn't 2019 where, we know the team is not going to be good and you're just like you're just plugging young guys in there and you're just hoping that they come along. It's like, nah, like this is year 3. This is a team that made the playoffs last year. They're talking about Super Bowls. If you're not,
I'm talking about Super Bowls, to be fair, Daniel. I'm talking about it too.
Yeah, if you're not playing up to par and there's a guy that is above you, at some point the draft standing has to be damned. You have to put the best guys out there. So it is going to be it's interesting to see what they do at left guard.
Steven, let me jump in real quick and say something. It's funny how we all fixate on, what we perceive as being deficient, right? In Liam Eichenberg or Austin Jackson. But you also have to give credit, for Robert Hunt, who's been nothing but, solid, if just short of spectacular in his role on the offensive line. He did Greer signed Teron Armstead and signed Connor Williams. So, he does have to rely on his coaching and the player to step up, to Daniel's point, and that's Liam Eichenberg to, really prove his worth of that draft status and his place as a starter. But I will say that, Greer did, I think, a better job this offseason bringing in players to compete for those positions.
Yeah, because I don't think that was the case last year. I don't believe that there was a true competition at left guard or right tackle. And this year, at least at left guard, you can say that's a legit competition.
And we're leaving out Dan Feeney, who seems to be a good swing guard center position backup. So he has addressed the position, and to Daniel's point, there's 31 other teams out there looking for the same guys, and it's got to be about fit, about finances, and health of these players that he's bringing in.
Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. Hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel and sign up to become a member today. Daniel, we only have you for a few more. There's a reason why we have you on longer than 30 minutes usually, because we haven't even gotten to, I have a list of things that I want to get into, so I'm trying to figure out what's important. So I guess I know there's a lot of other things that we can talk about, but one of the things that I do want to touch on with you about is the beat reporters talking about Jason Sanders. That also yesterday he went 3 for 7 apparently with his kicks and made nothing out of 50 yards. Are the Dolphins concerned about Jason, or have the beat reporters been talking about Jason Sanders? What's going on with Jason Sanders?
Yeah, I mean, we spoke to assistant coaches and coordinators last Friday. I wasn't able to get over to Danny Crossman, the special teams coordinator, but I mean, the recurring message for the past 2 years, I guess, since his All-Pro season has been, from Crossman, we're not worried about him. McDaniel, and this past season has, supported and backed Jason Sanders. I will say they are still kind of financially tethered to him this season. Not so much next offseason. So this is a big season for him. Kicking is very fickle. I mean, I haven't paid as much attention, but I did see that he missed a couple in the past couple of days. And again, it's those long range. I mean, inside 50, he's more or less reliable. He's
been money inside 50 in training camp, but anything outside of 50,
yeah, it's been shaky. And I mean, that's what we've seen the past 2 years. So again, I mean, that's the difference. Like those 50-yarders, I'm not saying that you make every single one of them, but you got to be a little more consistent. And that's a lot of times that's the difference between maybe squeaking out a close win or maybe losing a close game. And, again, if you're talking about a team that has playoff Super Bowl expectations and hopes, it's the margins, like it's the little things. It's, a penalty here or there that's going to put you in a third and a third and 15 instead of a third and 10. It's not having sound special teams, little stuff like that. I mean, they didn't bring in anybody to kind of compete with them, which again, I think is more of kind of just speaking.
I just want to throw this out there as a fan, and I know it's never going to happen. Bring in Destroying, please. Some NFL team bring in my man Destroying off of YouTube. He is awesome. He can kick it. Look, I want to see.
I'm glad you're using Daniel's time wisely here, Steve.
All right, that's all I want to see. Look, I love Jason Sanders. I think he's great. I think part of the reason for his hiccups are, and I use the word hiccup because I don't know another adjective to use there, but is the placeholder. And I had Coach Brandon Kornblue, his kicking coach, on my show a couple of months ago. And I think that's something there that plays a part into it. There's been 3 punters here the last 3 years, Jake Bailey being the third. And that is the guy that is holding the ball for his kicks. And that can be the difference between, wide right or wide left or straight down the middle. Because for the most part that I have heard, now I have heard a little bit differently in the last couple of days, but for at least the last couple of years, his leg hasn't been the problem. It's been the accuracy.
Yeah. He has a fairly strong
come from the place.
Yeah. You don't see him miss short. I mean, you see him miss wide left or wide right.
Correct.
Obviously, yeah, that the snap and the placeholder operation is one that is kind of overlooked when you come to special teams. When you look at special teams, a lot of time it's just, all right, the kicker missed it or not. Again, Crossman does not reveal much, if anything, when we speak to him.
He does not.
So we wouldn't even know. We wouldn't even know unless maybe you had him take a truth serum or somebody on special team take a truth serum. So you just really don't know. But again, I think
here, Danny, come here and taste this, and then give us about 5 minutes, and we're gonna start asking you questions.
But at the end of the day, Sanders is a guy who he says I got to make those kicks. Like he takes accountability, so he's got to make those kicks one way or another. They got to make it work.
I agree. All right, I want to get into the defense just a little bit for the last few minutes that I have you here. Let's talk about the secondary. Obviously, Jalen Ramsey going down. By the way, is the man a robot because he's out here without a brace and without crutches? And I mean, I don't know what's going on with Jalen, but he already looks like he's ready to play, just being around the field.
I wouldn't go that far.
I get it, but I think he's going to be way ahead of what the doctors say, and I know that's a thing here and there. Dolphins sign Eli Apple. They've also signed a couple of other people in the secondary the last few days. What are your thoughts about the secondary? I would love to hear about Trill Williams. I'd love to hear about Earl Campbell, and obviously the guy who I've been knocking since day one, Noah. If you must talk about him, I know that's your boy.
I mean, we should have started off talking about Noah. Like, come
Noah's
on,
gonna start
very in the league.
Daniel, you've been on my show too many times to know how I feel about Noah, okay? And I know that's your boy, but you need to give me the 411. What is the deal in the secondary, Daniel?
We started.
I've been really pleased and impressed with the progress of the secondary. Obviously, when you use a guy of Ramsey's caliber, that's a big blow, and there's no replacing Ramsey. But I think that they're trending into a spot where they're going to have some options. Now, when we talked to Vic Fangio last Friday, I mean, he said, Noah and Cam Smith are making good progress, but they're not where they need them to be. And I think that's fine. But they show you something every day that leaves you a little bit more optimistic. Like Cam Smith is just always around the ball. Like he hasn't recorded an interception yet, but he just finds a way to get pass breakups. He's taking his lumps as time as a rookie. He's learning. But you just see the ball skills like every day. Noah, I mean, the scheme fit just is clearly a lot better for him. Like I think some of the awareness issues, troubles tracking the ball that were kind of pronounced and magnified in a man-to-man heavy scheme. You don't see that as much. He's having his eyes on the quarterback as much. McDaniel said that this interception against Tua was his favorite coverage rep that he's seen from him. Like he jammed Tyreek at the line of scrimmage and then kind of broke off and was able to pick off a jump ball from Tua. So it's again like he's going through his lumps too. I mean, he has kind of lapses and times where he gets beat as well, but like you're seeing more day-to-day consistency and you're not seeing as many of the lows, and now you're seeing the highs as well. So that's good for him. Safety is going to be interesting because Fangio also said that I asked Vanjo, like, you have so many safety options. Like, is there a possibility of 3 safety lineups? And he said, hey, we got to find if we have a starting safety next to Javon, and then we'll see if we can put 3 safeties out there. Yeah. So that seems to be kind of like an open.
Is that a knock on Brandon?
I mean, no. It's not a knock on Brandon, but Vanjo said he hasn't even seen Brandon. I mean, Brandon's still in the red non-contact jersey.
Yeah, you're right.
They're bringing him along very slowly, slower than Brandon Jones would like. So, he's only getting. I mean, he said on Tuesday he got probably like 12 team reps. So they're still working him in. Trill Williams just got rid of it. They're playing him at safety now. He has to kind of relearn the position because he was playing cornerback last year, so now it's different things he has to watch out for. And then you have Deshaun Elliott as well, who's been getting some reps. Elijah Campbell.
I like Deshaun a lot. You and I both know him from his days.
Yeah. I like him a lot. Good. Yeah, but Elijah Campbell has looked really, really good. I mean, truthfully,
Earl Campbell. I meant Elijah.
Yeah. I know what you meant. But Elijah Campbell's looked really good. Obviously, a special teams guy the past couple of years. He just finds his way around the ball. Whether it's interceptions, pass breakups, fumble recoveries.
I like him.
He's been really sound. So, they're, again, the safeties, I don't think, my guess is Brandon doesn't play tomorrow because he's still in a red non-contact.
He's been in the non-contact red jersey for the week now, man.
But I would expect to see Deshaun out there for maybe a series. I would expect to see a lot of Elijah Campbell, maybe Trill Williams for a little bit as well.
Trill gets a lot of playing time.
Verone McKinley is going to get some playing time as well out there. He had an interception, pick 6 in red zone drills. So we're going to see a lot of this.
Is Cam Smith going to get playing time tomorrow?
I would expect him to get some good run. I mean, if he's not starting, because I don't really expect to see X.
By the way, is he as advertised in person? Is he that good? Like, is he? Because I've heard great things.
He just is always around the ball.
That's what I've heard. Yeah,
he's always around the ball. So I wouldn't like my guess is that we'll see maybe like some start. Like, I don't expect to see X out there.
Let's go down real quick. Armstead's not playing.
Yeah.
Cater Kahoo might get a series.
He might get a series.
Yeah. But Xavier Howard's not going to play.
I don't think we're going to see Tua. We're not going to see Tyreek. We're obviously not going to see Waddle. We're probably not going to see Raheem Mostert, or maybe even Jeff Wilson. This might be Myles Gaskin, Savon Ahmed, and Devon Achane, Chris Brooks. I would, and similar to last year, I would expect, and I'd be surprised if we don't see some starters. Like, if we don't see Austin Jackson and Liam Eichenberg out there with the first team offensive line, that'd be a little bit of a shock. I don't think we need to see Connor Williams or Rob Hunt out there, but maybe just to get most of those first team guys a series together, a live series.
With Mike White at QB. By the way, is Mike White going to be TD Finstalk is asking about Channing Tindall. Is Channing Tindall going to play tomorrow?
I would expect to see Channing Tindall, a lot of Channing Tindall out there. David Long and Jerome Baker, really don't expect to see them out there tomorrow. They'll get him and Aubrey Miller and some of those young guys a lot of reps, I think.
Quarterback, real quick. Mike White getting two quarters, 3 quarters, and then we'll see Skyler for the third, or is it going to be half?
That's really interesting. McDaniel didn't divulge any of that when we spoke to him on Tuesday. And he even said, like, whoever starts or whoever appears in the game first isn't necessarily the leader in the clubhouse. It's really interesting. I mean, if Tua doesn't play, it just makes kind of sense. It just makes sense to kind of divide it up first half, second half, and then maybe flip it for the second game where, if Mike White starts the first half, Skyler starts the first half of the second preseason game.
So you're saying Tua could play a series?
No, I'd be very surprised if we saw Tua out there. I'd be very surprised. Yeah.
Hey, Daniel, real quick, is Mike White a considerable upgrade over Teddy Two Gloves? Like, if Tua goes down for a couple games, how much more are you in Mike White versus Teddy or Scott?
I'll start off by saying that I think Teddy got a bit of a bad rap last year, because I don't think any of the backup. I mean, again, you're a backup, so you're kind of asked to come off the street cold. But I don't think he or Skyler got optimal situations. Like, the first time Teddy was thrown into the game was, when Tua had his scary first concussion on a short week, and Teddy had them in that game. And then you go to the Jets game next week, and he's knocked out because of the concussion rules. And then, he gets thrown back in there for the Vikings game, I believe. Or no, the opposite way, where he has to step in for Skyler.
Yeah.
And he almost has them in that game. Teddy wasn't great, but I mean, he's a backup. So I'm not there yet with Mike White because I don't think that he pushed. He's looked a lot better the past week or two, especially since OTAs, where I thought Skylar was definitely ahead of him. But I still would like to see both of those guys push the ball down with a little more confidence and conviction. I'm not ready to say that he's a definite upgrade over Teddy. But I do think that, whether it's Skylar, whether it's Mike White because of experience and Skylar because of his second year in the system, I think that we're going to see better quarterback play than last year. Because I don't think that any of the back quarterbacks got really. I don't think that was a very good situation for any of the backups. I mean, they were thrown into a lot of situations cold in the middle of games when they just didn't even get a lot of practice reps.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
that's some great insight. Thank you.
There's a lot we did not get into, and there's a lot more I want to talk to you about. So I'd love to have you back on in the next couple of weeks, just to kind of finish up some of those storylines. We didn't get a chance to talk about Brandon Peely. We didn't get a chance to talk about, Tua and some of the struggles that he's had in detail, and then obviously what Fangio's new system might look like. I wanted to get into that. And we didn't talk at all about Christian Wilkins. So I definitely want to have you on in the next couple of weeks if possible. I know you're a busy man and it's going to be crazy over the next few weeks. One last thing I want to give you accolades. I touched on it before I brought you on. We watch, we do reaction videos of the press conferences on our show. And so we know a lot of the people that are asking questions. And I just want to say, Daniel, you are the best. You asked hands down. We have talked about it in the chat with the fans on the show. You're the best. You ask the best questions. And for some reason, the first 4 or 5 questions that people ask at press conference, your colleagues, they need to step up and ask better questions. We only get like 15. We don't even get 15 questions of Coach McDaniel. Okay. Sometimes it's 8 or 9. I need them to take your note. You need to start asking questions first so that you step the bar up higher. Okay. I need you to get more involved at the beginning of the press conference because those first few questions are just bad. Okay. And I'm here to say it. They can come after me if they want to, but you are the best question asker in the land as far as I'm concerned.
Steven doesn't know the Dolphins script.
I appreciate that.
Steven doesn't know they script it all, and those other beat writers are meant to throw up those softballs for McDaniel before Daniel asks the tough questions.
What did you eat for dinner last night? Look, we're not here about that. Go ask him about that another time. We want to know. We want answers, okay? And when Daniel asks the questions, we get the answers. That's all I know. That's all I know.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Just try to do my job as best I can.
Well, you do it well. That's all I know. Daniel, tell the people where they can find your stuff and your podcast.
Yeah, I mean, you can find me on social media at Daniel Oyefusi, just like you see right there. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, for the latest Dolphins updates. The Miami Herald, MiamiHerald.com, as well as the Dolphins in Depth podcast every week. Everywhere you get podcasts, as well as on YouTube.
Guys, go check out Daniel Oyefusi of the Miami Herald. Miami Herald's got great content, and it's a big reason for it is this guy right here. Daniel, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate every moment you give to me. I miss you on the show regularly, but I know you're working hard and doing your thing, man. I can't wait to see you back again.
Almost definitely. It's a good talk, my y'all. Y'all take care.
Yep.
Have a good day, Daniel.
See it.
All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network.
Stuck with me, Steven.
I love that guy, man. I love him. He's an awesome guy, I must say.
He is awesome.
He is good, man. Big shout out to Daniel. He's always been a really good friend of the show, and I love having him on. All right, man. So yesterday we obviously had coverage of training camp live, so we didn't get to have our normal Wildin' Out Wednesday. So it was said to me that we need to have a Wildin' Out Thursday today. So I can't call it Wildin' Out Thursday, but I'll call it Dolphin Chat Thursday, okay? I'll open up the panel, open up the floodgates.
Batman's ready to roll, man.
Batman's ready to roll. I will let you all, just so you know, this is a show that's made for the fans by a fan. And my job and my goal is to give the fans an opportunity to talk, ask questions, get their opinions out there, good, bad, or indifferent. But you guys do control the show, which means if you don't like what somebody's saying and they got to go, you can get timed out or banned. We're using the same rules that we use on Wednesday. It's going to be fun, man. So just know everybody, nobody's safe, okay? You got timeout, you got ban levels. Only thing I can get or Cameron can get is 10-minute timeouts. We can't get day banned or anything. This is our show. But remember, this is for fun. It supports the channel. Enjoy. Don't take it personally. And just know the rules. If you're going to swear, it's $1 per swear word. If you donate $25 to the channel, you get a swear jar pass for the day. Okay, so we're gonna have some fun with this. I even think maybe TD Fins Talk might drop in for a little bit and say hello. Maybe CB83 might drop in for a little bit.
Hey, TD's still running down the street from OJ.
Hey, TD, get up here, man. All right, I'm gonna drop it in the chat right now. This is open it up to you guys, the fans. Hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Make sure you do that because we only 38 likes, 117 of y'all in here. Hit the like button, man. It helps. It goes such a long way. All right. All righty. I'm gonna
Don't do it, Steve.
I know. All right. Good morning, Batman. Good morning, Robert. What's up, gentlemen?
What's up,
Hey,
Batman?
morning.
Good on
How we
camera.
all
Steve,
doing?
Robert.
Hey.
What's
everyone
going on,
got
man? Did you guys enjoy Daniel this morning?
Yep.
Yeah, it was good.
He's always good, man. I love that guy. He's great, man. Are you guys excited for the game tomorrow?
We're excited,
Yeah.
man. It's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be a fun time.
It is. Are you heading out there, Batman?
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be out there. I'm gonna be there a little late, but I'm gonna be out there.
Are you going,
Nice.
Cameron?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. It's the only home game, right? Is it the only home game for
It's the only
preseason?
home preseason game. We're definitely not tailgating. If I go, it'll be a last minute thing.
No tailgating for preseason.
No tailgating.
We're not
for
doing all
preseason.
that. Not doing all that. But come week 3 with the Denver Broncos, it'll be fun. It'll be good times.
Going down.
What do you got? Robert, good morning, man. What's up with you, buddy?
I am filling out stupid paperwork that I don't want to fill out that needs to be done.
And so you figured you'd just come onto the show to Dolphin Chat and just be
Yeah,
like,
Let's log on to YouTube and
let's
you know,
log
fill
on
out
to
my
YouTube
paperwork.
and I'll have this paperwork. I got it. I understand.
You're more
Uh,
entertaining than paperwork, man. I'll give you that much.
I'm excited for tomorrow. You know why, Steven?
Why are you excited for tomorrow, Batman?
So the homie Pete, he might go to his first Dolphin game in 20 years tomorrow.
He
So-
is going to his first
He-
Dolphin game in 20 years?
Hey, that sellout would go
He
to
has to.
Batman, are you
He
going to
has-
get him to
he
wear
has
the
to-
Falcons
You might
jersey
have
since he
to
got
go
brought
now.
out as a Falcons fan?
Yeah, so that's the issue. So there's rumors he's a Falcons fan.
No.
So he's
Get
going
it
for the game.
straight. There's not rumors. His childhood friend called him out as a Falcons fan.
He
and
said
a
it was fake,
Broncos
though. He
fan.
texted me. He said it was all fake news. That he doesn't even know who that guy is.
I don't buy that,
That's it.
Batman. That's bullshit.
Robert,
You
don't
know it.
believe everything you hear or read on the internet, okay? It's not all.
But Pete lost a bet 2 years ago, so he has to pay the bet. So he has to buy me a jersey at the team store. So he said if he can't make it, he'll still cash at me. But I don't. I want Pete to be there, and I told him I got him with a ticket for free as long as he goes.
Look, hey, you out here doing the Lord's work, Batman. Cap for life. Good morning, my friend. How are you this morning?
Good morning. Good
What's up,
morning,
Cap?
everyone. Good morning. How are you?
What's up?
What's up, Cap?
Blood pressure, cholesterol, all that good stuff.
What does he say on Liar Liar? How's it hanging? Short, shriveled, and a little to the left.
The fuck?
We got kids listening. Come
I
on,
mean, he
Steven.
can't tell a lie.
$2.
Is that swear jar?
That was a swear jar for us. What he did. All right. Hey, who wants to talk the first topic? What do you guys want to talk about?
Hey, where's Dalvin Cook, bro?
It's his birthday today. Happy birthday,
Dalvin's
Dalvin.
birthday is today. Shout out to Dalvin Cook. Happy birthday, my friend.
Hey, I'll tell you
Me
this,
too. We're
Cap.
gonna grab
man.
lunch together.
Cap, I'll tell you this, man. Dalvin Cook, as much as he wants to be here and as much as I think a lot of people in the Dolphins want him to be here in terms of personnel, They just don't have the money to sign him. And I don't blame Dalvin Cook for taking less money to play here because he needs to get paid as he deserves to be paid. But it ain't happening unless there's an injury in our backfield.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. What pisses me off is when, we know certain players are using us for leverage, and we see it from a mile away, but yet we still let, the media jade us with thinking that we're going to get everybody that gets released and everybody wants to come here. It's like, yeah, because they want to use the Dolphins for leverage.
But Dalvin Cook is not doing that, Cap. It's actually the opposite.
No.
He just wants to get a little bit more money than what he was offering.
Yeah, he's using the Jets as leverage, if anything. And,
yeah,
and
I get that. I get that. Look, I get that. I respect that. And he does deserve it, bro, because what Joe Nixon did in Cincinnati to I guess, sacrifice and win a Super Bowl is one thing, but he pretty much screwed the market. And Dalvin's worth more than 4.5. I can agree with that. But, yeah, bro, it's just like I'm to the point right now where it's just, I like what we're doing so far. You're hearing on the hush how good A-Chain is. Yeah, we might need more depth, but I just, at the end of the day, I just don't understand how, if you really want to be here, you would be here already. That's just my point.
And Cap, to that point, I'll tell you this. With my two eyes, I've been to 3 training camps now. I think McDaniel is happy with Mostert and Wilson and A-Chain especially drafting him. But I also think they're happy with whoever the 4th or 5th is going to be between Gaskin and Ahmed, because Ahmed honestly has looked pretty good.
Yeah. RB1.
RB1. Come on, let's not do that now.
Nah, bro. Batman inspired him, bro. Batman talked to him and inspired him. Shake Money talked to him and inspired him, bro. We were hanging out with him, bro. He's good people, bro. Ahmed deserves a chance, bro.
100%. He's great people.
I do like him. He is pretty awesome.
Do anything when pads come on.
He's doing more than you and me.
He showed out in the Bills.
Everybody
showed out in the Buffalo. He showed out in the Buffalo game when we didn't have Wilson and Mostert was a little bit banged up. He stepped in.
Has he really stepped up this count?
Yeah, he has. He has that count. He did on Saturday too, because A-Chain wasn't there. He stepped up on Saturday.
Let me ask you all a question. For the people that have been to training camp, which is Cameron and Batman, what do you guys think of Alec Ingold? Because I've seen Tua and Alec Ingold link up a lot so far this preseason. I think Ingold's going to be up for a big year this year.
I'll tell you this.
He's going to have a bigger role.
I'll tell you this. Ingold, played half the season with a cast on last year and still played. Couldn't hardly catch the ball. If you remember when he was in Oakland, Las Vegas, wherever he was with the Raiders, he was a primary threat coming out of the backfield to catch passes, and he's got some of the best hands on that team in any of the wide receiver, tight end, running back group. You'll see a lot more of him in the passing game this year, guaranteed.
I hope
so.
I
think he's going to be more involved. I think he's going to be a bigger part of the offense. I don't think we're going to do what we did last year, where we had Skylar Thompson and we drew up a play for Alec Ingold, and like Cameron said, he was wearing a club in his hands. And we still threw a pass play to him. It doesn't make sense. But, obviously he has great hands. Yeah, he can block downfield. He can block at the line of scrimmage. He's going to be more involved. And I really saw as well in the passing game, especially in the red zone. I would look out for that too.
Hey, real quick, there was a couple of non-Dolphins things that I've wanted to talk about the last few days, and I haven't got a chance to. So now is as good a time as any. First thing is, did anybody see the Johnny Manziel Netflix special?
No, but I saw a snippet where he said he didn't watch any film.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good, man.
It's must-see TV.
Yeah, it was a real great in-depth analysis about how, first of all, his best friend. I don't want to give too much away, but man, it was so good, and it definitely is a good insight of how. The reason why NIL was probably instituted, because there was no way around it. And if Manziel was doing it, you had to have known other people were doing it, right? So it
tripped me out how he said that he was, he went from third string to starter to Cleveland in a matter of like half a year. And his head was spinning so fast he didn't know what hit him.
Dude, I thought it was such a really, really good thing. My brother from another mother from West by God, Virginia, Ryan, What's up, Ryan?
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, Ryan, what's up, brother?
What's up, man?
What's up, Ryan?
What's up?
Ryan is the president of the Valley Fanatics, the fan club out there in West by God, Virginia, and one of my best friends.
And was that the video of you getting all giddy over some Bo's barbecue sauce, man?
Bro, yes. Ryan definitely was giddy over the Bo's barbecue sauce.
That was the funniest thing ever, man.
I mean, you had the sauce, right?
Yeah, of course, man.
Hey, man, when you're living 16 hours away, you don't get to eat that sauce on the regular. So when the jar I have runs empty, my world comes crashing down.
Hey, bro, when are you coming to a tailgate this year?
Yeah, man, I'll be at the home opener and I'll be at fan club weekend.
Yep.
All right, hit me up, man. because I got-
Speaking of that,
Ryan will be with me.
go ahead, Gabler. I was going to
Ryan,
say,
Ryan,
I'm
real
taking
quick.
a push. Yeah, go ahead, Gabler.
Ryan, real quick, I have some mango barbecue sauce for you that I make from the tree in my front yard.
Ooh,
Ooh,
nice.
Don't get
that
Ryan
sounds exciting.
Damn.
Ryan is actively trying to get me to not move to Mississippi and move to West Virginia. Why do you want to go to Mississippi?
Hey, can I ask Ryan a question real quick, if that's okay?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan, man. I just I don't know if you've been experiencing what we have the past couple of days, man, but it's just been very not consistent as far as with everything that's been going on in camp, even though we've seen it firsthand. But my question to you is, man, why is it that, everybody's quick to get on people that see stuff firsthand and call them, liars and pretty much say that they're not helping the fan base, even though I think they're helping grow the fan base. But why is it that certain ex-alumni and sponsorship don't have the same energy for Stephen A. Smith when he's criticizing our coach and dogging him to the point where he gets away with it on a monthly, but yet people say that he's national, that he gets to do that because he always says it. That's an excuse for him to get away saying the stuff that he says. But yet we criticize the people that come down here in camp and see what's going on in camp, even though it's just 2 joint practices, but they get called liars.
Cap, I went off on Stephen A. Smith on Steve's show last week. You might not have heard it, man, but I think it was trash.
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed people tearing Stephen A. Smith a new butthole over his recent take. Same goes for Colin Coward.
Yeah, man, but they still let them get away with it, bro. They still let them get away with it to the point where he bashes the coach and says that, he just doesn't like him and doesn't want him around. That's even worse than just having your critique.
Well, what do you want us to do? We can't cancel their show. We don't run ESPN.
I'm just saying, where's the same energy? Where's the same energy?
Look, my energy is in the fact that I don't watch those ass clowns.
Swear jar.
Ass clowns.
Swear jar.
On top of that, Cap, you're talking about the highest paid guy on ESPN, bro. We gotta
it don't matter. What's right is right. What's wrong is wrong. If you guys let him get away with it, then you can't complain about everything going down here.
He's not gonna get fired.
If you got the balls and resources to go after somebody here, then you should have the balls and the same resources to go after somebody nationally who's been criticizing us for years.
But
way longer than people down here that do YouTube.
You could sell your ESPN
who's gonna
stock and cancel your Disney subscription.
Yeah, I mean that's
right
all
at
you
this
can
point,
do.
right? That's how you get to the
like
corporate. That's how you get to the corporate freaking heart of everything, I guess. But when it comes to right and right, people just don't know right and right, wrong and wrong anymore, bro. And that's sad.
I mean, but it's the same thing. What's anybody doing to any of the people who are there? You can cancel your subscription to The Athletic if you don't like what Armando had to say about something, or
I'm just saying, why doesn't all the Dolphin alumni and why doesn't everybody in the front office just, hey man, enough is enough with that? I just don't understand why there's enough and enough. Enough is enough on certain aspects, but enough is enough is not great enough for national aspects.
That's how you shut them up.
Hold on for a second. Let's put this in perspective, right? There is a difference between myself and Stephen A. Smith, besides the zeros in the paycheck and the money in our bank account and the house we live in and a million other things. But
obviously, you have a beard.
Obviously, I have a beard. Exactly. One of the things
you have different names.
He is clearly a reporter. He is a journalist. All right. He worked for the Philadelphia Inquirer for years, right? And good, bad, or indifferent. What I will say is that's how he's always presented himself. I presented myself as
don't make it right.
But we are two different people. I'm not saying it is. I'm not.
You're two different people, but you both have platforms. That makes you equal. When you have the platform, you're equal. Whether you like to think that you're less, whether you like to think you're less, you're not less. You're on an equal playing field. My issue is on that equal playing field.
Hold on.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I have 127 people watching me. When Stephen A. Smith or Colin Cowherd, whatever his name is, talks, they have millions of people of watching them. Actually, I'll do this. Millions and millions. Nobody got with
man. Don't sell yourself short, bro. Why do you do that?
I'm not selling myself short, but I live in reality. I get it. I understand it. You know. I get where it is.
Man, one man's junk is another man's treasure, bro.
We'll take care of it this year, Cap. When Tua starts tearing it up again, and they got to start swallowing the words like
Batman, I hope so, because I told you before.
Nah, there's no hope so, and we will, Cap.
No, okay, so I hope Batman that the O-line excuses don't come again, bro, because I already smell the O-line excuses.
The O-line is the problem.
Don't start with the O-line excuse bullshit. Don't start it.
What do you want me to do? You want me to go knock on his door and say, "Hey, give me some O-line"? He ain't gonna do it.
I knew it, bro. I knew it. You guys don't like what you see. You're gonna blame the O-line, like always.
We know.
Well, they didn't change the O-line, and the O-line was a big problem last year. They made no.
They didn't change the O-line. The whole O-line looks almost brand new at guard, and at tackle, and at center right now is a guy you guys didn't want to pay, but now you're glad he's there. What the hell are you talking about?
It's the same line.
So you're gonna play this game. You're gonna play this game already before the season starts. Before the season starts, you guys are gonna play the O-line game already, right? That's weak, bro. That's fucking weak, bro.
We know the O-line is an issue. We're not gonna fix it. What can we do about it? Nothing.
All right. Well, just so you know, that excuse is weak.
It's not an excuse. It's a fact. The numbers don't lie.
Cap, you're at $3 on your swear jar fee.
Well, then you need to tell that to the GM, my friend, because apparently you're not happy with what the selections he made at the O-line.
He's not going to do anything about it. So
what selections?
Boy, this turned out to be.
But you can smirk all you want, but you've been doing that for 15 years with the. How's that work for 15 years at the O-line?
Okay, but Cap, you can be mad at the front office.
They don't know how to sign an O-line.
Hold on, Cap, you can be mad at the front
all right,
office.
but just don't smirk at it like you don't know it's an issue, but yet you let it get away with it, and then you're gonna say, "Oh no, let's not blame the team. Let's blame the O-line." That's weak, bro.
Cap,
That's
how would
weak.
you fix it? How would you fix it? What would you do to tell Greer to get it done? What would you do? What would you do?
What would I do? I mean, you need to have a backup left tackle. You need to have a backup center. I mean, besides that, you guys are content with guard. You guys don't want to play Eichenberg. You don't want to. Okay, well, let me answer his question because I think he was asking me. But then you don't want Eichenberg on the team, which is granted. But you guys got to give Cotton, Robert Jones. I mean, who else is on here that's been here for a minute that doesn't even get a chance to develop, and then we ship them out, and then you guys bitch about us shipping other players out and playing well somewhere else.
$4. Watch it, Cap. One more.
Sorry.
Calm down. Look, here's the reality of the situation, right? We all have things that we think. We all have ideas and our own theories of how we can fix the team or the team can be better or whatever it might be, right? But none of us work for the team. We're all fans, hence why this is the show, DolFan Chat here. But you also have to realize, like, there's a reason that these guys are in the position they're in. Do we like it? Here's one thing that I think is very interesting. If we were in today's world, I don't think Don Shula would have gotten 40 years in the league, because there would have been a stretch or a period of things where the fan base after 2 or 3 years would have been like, screw it, let's get out of here. Now, I'm not saying we're 2 or 3 years. We're 20 years in the making here of mediocrity at best. I get it. But
but he had Dan Marino and Bill Belichick
and I get it. I understand that. I get it.
I'm just saying, whenever something goes wrong, it's the O-line's fault.
But the O-line is a problem, though.
It wasn't a problem with Mike White.
Mike White
played under different
practice.
Mike White played behind a good O-line.
Is still
in training camp, right?
No, for the Jets last year, he played behind.
Don't tell me no. Don't tell me no. We've been hearing nothing but the opposite in camp. So please don't tell me no.
Level 2 noob, you kill me. If I enforce the swear jar, I get yelled at. If I don't enforce the swear jar, I get yelled at. What do you want me to do, level 2 noob? Huh? You're killing
Look, you
me,
can only
Paul.
take what you see in camp so far. I
Don't
mean,
ask
it's
that
practice for a reason.
Yeah, what have you
Right,
heard?
we
Nothing
don't-
but good.
Well, no, I've heard plenty of bad also. But
From Mike White?
take everything you hear coming out
From
of
Mike
camp
White,
with
you
a
heard
grain of
nothing but
salt.
bad from Mike White?
All right, so
I've heard
said it's a
good
mixed
and bad
bag,
from across
Cap.
the board. I mean,
No, now it's mixed.
we're
Before it was
not-
bad.
are
Now
we
it's
jumping
mixed.
on- Is Mike White the savior now? It's Skylar Thompson last year, and it's Mike White
No,
this
but
year?
don't make it seem like the
With a
O line is
couple
the
of joint
downfall either.
practices.
Do not make it seem like the O line is the downfall either. That's weak.
Why is that
The
weak?
O line he's
Who's
playing with when he's
pushing
getting his
that?
reps are playing against Atlanta's backups. Like
I'm just saying the O line gave you 4.5 seconds, and it's proof that they gave you more than numerous times 4.5 seconds. Crickets, right? Yeah, that's what I
no,
thought.
You're comparing
I don't know
training
what you want
camp
us to say,
practices
Cap.
with 2s and 3s and 4s, and you don't even
No,
have
I'm
starters
just saying
playing
how
on the line
convenient
or
for you to
against the
say.
line.
I'm just saying how convenient for you
we're
to
not
say
gonna
everything
have-
is bad, but then when I just told
I
you how
didn't
Mike
say
White was
everything
playing,
is
then you
bad.
change your tune.
I didn't say everything is bad. You're putting words in my mouth. I said
So
I've
are
heard
you.
20 of
You don't
good
like
and
that either,
50 of
right?
bad
Let's
out of
keep
both,
away
out of
from
all
trying
of
to put words in our mouths. Let's keep away from
I
that
didn't-
because it seems like
I
you're doing
didn't
that,
tell
and I don't
you
like
you
it either.
said anything. I didn't tell you said anything. You're telling
Okay, I'm
me
just
I said
saying.
something
I'm just
that I
saying.
didn't
Don't
say.
use the O line excuse because it's weak. The season hasn't even started yet.
That's what I'm trying to say. That none of this
Yeah,
matters.
tell that to
It's
Batman.
training camp.
Batman's
It's
quick to put public enemy number one is the O line.
But what I'm
Batman-
saying
Batman
is if you
said,
look
let's
at the
do
O
Wild
line,
Out Wednesday, I'll get it started and get it crazy, and then back drop the bomb and
If you-
left.
look at the O line last year. It was a major problem. And
Yeah, he
what
got nothing.
improvements
That's why
did
he
they make
left.
to it?
And then Ryan
And
had
what
to pick up the
improvements did they
slack
make
for
to the
Batman.
O-line?
Batman's good at that, bro. The Cape Crusader strikes again.
You had a bottom tier O line last year, and you made zero improvements to it this year. So it's safe to say that the O line probably will be a problem. I'm not going to say it is because you never know. Eichenberg might get a light, go off in his head all of a sudden and start playing well. Austin Jackson might all of a sudden come out of nowhere and be a beast. We don't know. We'll find out in the first quarter of the season if the O line is going to play the same as it did last year.
Andravia says, I would pay to take a tour in Cap's brain. It goes 500 miles an hour, jumping from point to point, random thing to random thing.
Damn it, Dre, you don't say that, Dre. Damn it.
Never change, Cap.
Cap, love you, but he's not wrong.
It's my
Hey,
ADD, bro. Stop. It's not my fault.
No one's
So,
talking
to
to you for.
Ryan-
We're just saying it's true.
To Ryan's point here, we're just a couple weeks into training camp, right? And Greer brought all these O-line guys in to compete for the jobs, interior, left guard, right tackle, what have you. You know how we're going to know that Greer thinks his O-line is bad? When he goes and signs Dalton Risner a week before the first game.
When
When he signs anybody a week before the first game.
Andravia says, I did say never change, Cap.
That's my guy, bro. That's my guy.
Oh, you heard the last part. You didn't. You started getting a little defensive when you said the first part. You heard.
I
the
love how
last part.
Cap just comes in here and just like a steamroller.
He's like,
I mean, I try, man. I don't want to ruffle up
Ryan-
feathers, but
he
let's
said,
be
Ryan,
fair.
Don't put words in my mouth, Ryan. And Ryan's like, I didn't put any words. I didn't put anything in your mouth. What are you talking about?
Get your name out of my mouth.
Look, the
I'm
only
just
thing I
saying,
wish they would have done differently with this line this offseason is the left guard has been the biggest question mark, obviously. And you've got a guy in Connor Williams who
Lewis
is
said
an
pause.
excellent guard and is a terrible center. Like, he can't snap the ball. Like, he's got errant snaps constantly. Why they didn't move him back to guard and go sign a real center is
perplexing.
unconscionable.
I think it's perplexing. It is something that
If they would have done that,
Like-
I feel like we'd be going in thinking a different story about this line.
Cam, do you think that my question to Daniel earlier was, fair, I guess, about the O-line?
Number one, put that hat back on.
I'm scratching top my are you let me see your head, sir.
I'm not doing that on TV.
All right then. Cool.
Listen, your question earlier was fair. Of course,
Yeah,
it's fair. It's a good question, but to Ryan's point again, like, and someone just mentioned in the chat, and it's so true. Like this team, the offensive line when it's healthy is a good offensive line, but Teron Armstead is the linchpin to this whole offensive line. It's a domino effect. If he's not on the field, then this offensive line is trash, and he just makes the whole offensive line better, from Robert Hunt to Connor Williams to whoever's playing left guard to whoever's playing left tackle.
They play
and to your point, to your point, Cameron, it's not even necessarily that Teron Armstead's leadership or his individual play or anything like that is what does that. It's that they have gone about the depth for the line in such a way that when Armstead goes down, they shift the entire line and move people around. Like they need to have, Cap said they need to have a backup left tackle. He's right. There needs to be someone who, when Armstead goes down, one person goes into that spot and the other four guys stay where they're at.
Yeah, because let's say it like this too, man. Because if Tua goes down, he's left-handed. I mean, the odds of what, Mike White being left-handed? No, you need a left tackle. You need another backup.
And listen, and that's why, all of our eyes should be on Kendall Lamb this offseason and how he progresses, because he's been playing with the ones in that position, and honestly, he's looked pretty good. And so if he can come out of this as a swing tackle starting game one, I think this team's in a much better position than it was last year. To Ryan's point, you're not shifting the whole offensive line down the line.
All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Reminder, tomorrow is Spread Kindness Friday. Jason Carney will be on, and it'll be August 11th, which means my birthday is on Sunday, August 13th. So instead of doing it on Monday, we're gonna celebrate my birthday tomorrow on Spread Kindness Friday. We're gonna celebrate it 2 days early, me turning the big 3-5. So tomorrow, come here.
3-5.
I'm going to.
What a youngin'.
I'm going to.
I know I got underwear older than you, and they ain't
if
no
it's
joke.
possible, maybe we have the infamous drinking day show where we.
Oh, absolutely, Steven.
We might have to do that tomorrow.
What do you mean?
Might have to do that. I don't know. We might have to do a birthday shot show. We've only in the 3 years we've done.
See, that's why you should do it for Monday when I'm off.
We've done 3 shows in the 3 years, and they've all been
donations for shots.
Wait for it, dairy. They've all been.
And I'll tell you this, Steven, you've got to up the ante, because there ain't no like half water, half alcohol, 1 ounce shot going in your glass. I'd say $5, 5 ounces. Boom.
Damn.
That's only fair.
No, we're not playing that. No. I got to talk to my wife before I can do it, because I just not thought about this.
She's already put the rubber.
Well, let me tell you, last time it was not good. Okay,
because you did it on Monday and you got the whole weekend to recover, Steven.
Yes, that's why I'm like, maybe we'll do this Friday for my birthday and do donation for shot show.
We'll order you pizza about the halfway mark, have it sent there live on the show.
Yeah.
Dude, last year was, oh my God, it was not good. We did like a 5-hour show, and it was so bad. I mean, it was great. It was so bad, it was great. But I still have people that come up and tell me about that show. That's how crazy that show got.
It was awesome.
It was a good show. We're going to celebrate my birthday tomorrow. No matter what, even if it's not the donation show, we're still going to celebrate my birthday tomorrow. Guys, the link is in the chat. Get up here. I see Lewis in the chat. Get up here.
Why is Lewis hiding?
Yeah, why is Lewis hiding? Lewis is over here being cat, man.
He had a long day yesterday.
Level 2 noob. I've given you my address, I thought. All right, I'm gonna send it to you now. You can't get it here by tomorrow, though.
Don't challenge people, Steven. It generally doesn't work out well for them.
It does not work out well for me. Level 2 noob. All right, I'm giving you my address right now. My address at least for the next few weeks. By the way, did anybody ever tell you that buying a house is stressful? Because it is.
Your wife is hot.
So why are you moving, Steven?
She was not happy yesterday with everything that went down.
Tell her it's part of the show, Steven. It's part of the job.
Well, it's a pain in the butt. And then I have to, when my wife says I'm out, I'm no longer talking to said person anymore. I'm the one that now has to be in communication. So my wife wants me, the man who by nature is not a great communicator, to all of a sudden be a great communicator.
What happened to equality?
Well, I don't know. But
Yeah. So there. Let me shut up, man. Let me shut up.
Lewis, what are you up to, Lewis?
Who the hell's gargling?
That's Cap.
I'm working, Steven, working. Out here in the heat.
Go on mute, Cap, or go out and come back in. Lewis, what's up, man? We're not good enough for you to come on anymore?
Bro, I'm working.
No,
it's
man.
Crazy.
Crazy. I got beef with your job. Your job has overworked you this week.
You know what, Steven? I had to end up firing 2 of my drivers this morning. So
what?
It's extra
There
business.
you go, Steve. You can go work for Lewis and be in Florida.
Lewis,
There you go. I got 2 positions open right now.
Make it happen, Captain.
Look, I don't know if you can afford me.
What?
Yeah.
Well, don't I get a discount? I come up here and contribute.
I mean, I got 2 kids, man. I got bills and shit.
Nobody cares about them kids. Just get behind the wheel and damn drive.
Just drive. I don't want to move to Tampa. That's like the butt crack of Florida. Like, I don't want to do that.
This is coming from somebody who lives.
Why you gotta put it down?
Tampa butt crack.
Oh,
Tampa butt crack is that what I heard? Tampa butt crack?
Yeah, Lewis. He's dissing you, man.
Oh,
how
man,
much y'all paying, Lewis? I don't need a gig, but I know folks who do.
Well, starting drivers make $20 an hour, but depending on experience or whatever, I could throw you a couple more dollars.
I'm 35. I've been driving since I was 16.
Stop the cap, Street. Not that kind of driving, Steven. Experience.
You said
in the
experience
workforce.
as a driver. I've been
I'm not driving
driving
a car. I can't if I put you behind a box truck, can you drive that?
I mean,
They got the GPS tracker in your car. They usually do that shit.
Bro, I got GPS everywhere. That's why I had to fire these 2 come mierdas. I'll call them
real quick,
because they bro,
Lewis,
these people.
can you give me a reenactment? Like, make a fake name or whatever. Give me a reenactment of how you fire people. I am intrigued to know.
Well, what happened was, you see, to get into the actual facility where I work, you have to have your badge scan you in and all kind of shit. So the badge wasn't working. So I got that phone call from the guy saying, "Hey, my badge is not working." I said, "Oh, don't worry. I'll meet you out in the front." I came up with 2 security guards and I told them to get the fuck out. That's how, sorry.
Time out. No, I'll let this one slap. So give me exactly what you said. Like, you walked up with 2 security guards and then what?
I asked for their badges.
Okay.
They asked why. And I said, well, again, I use the word come mierdas because we have cameras up and down the truck everywhere. And these guys were trying to break seals on totes and trying to get,
Oh, they were trying to steal
product. Yeah.
So on the merchandise.
And you said, "Hey, look, this is what you did." And did they like confess? Did they own up to it? Or did they try to say, "It wasn't me on that"? It ain't got. How you get fired on your day off? How you gonna get fired for stealing some boxes? They ain't got me on.
They understood. I went out there with the security that we have on premises, and they handed over their badge, and they had to go. So
stop, Lewis. You were like Martin. You were like Martin.
What's up, fellas? Hey, Lewis.
Crypto.
What's up, fellas? I'm sorry to hear that, Lewis. Hey, Lewis. I so happen to be a Class A driver. I have a commercial license. Can I get a job at $50 an hour?
Well, I can't get you at 50, Crypto. I can put you maybe in the 30s. No. I can't
That's
get
good,
you.
man.
I just want
you
you
give
to
me
know
the 30s, man. I drive the big wigs, man.
Hold on, Crypto. Any deal that is brokered on my show, I get a cut of. Just so y'all know, I get a cut of. Any deal that's brokered on my show.
Man, what is going on here?
What the hell is going on, Steven? You trying to pimp my services? You trying to pimp my services, man?
I'm just saying.
You trying to pimp my services, man? You the employee pimp.
You know what sucks, Steven? I was supposed to be meeting up with Batman tomorrow to go to this game. He gave me a free ticket. I had the invite and stuff. And now, unfortunately, I will not be heading to Miami, to South Florida tomorrow to watch the game.
Do you have a sister store in Mississippi at all?
No, we do not. We have stores in Texas, Florida. We just opened up in Georgia and in Cali as well.
You guys should open up in Mississippi.
Oh, y'all got someone in California too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do you know the owner?
That's nice.
Yeah, she's a crab.
She's a what?
You said crab.
She's a crab.
I don't know how to take that. What can we define?
Take it how you want, Steven. You ain't getting me up. You ain't getting me in trouble.
Wait a minute. Is she a crab or got the crabs or from a crab or eat crabs? I mean, what the...
You know exactly what he was saying. He was calling her a crusty old bee, and that she's got an problem. Put it out there.
I just wanted to crack the shell. That's all.
She can't be too much of a crab. She did put a black man in charge of a weed store. I'm just saying.
No. And Lewis.
And Stephen D said it's the same. It's all the same.
Hey, in Tampa, crab
Latino's a light-skinned black person.
Say what?
I said in Tampa, crab means something else.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You could go so many ways with the word crab.
Andrevius said you don't know what crabbing is. No, apparently I don't. I thought I did.
You from Maryland? Stop. You live in Maryland? Stop it.
I'm
a crab state.
For another month, I will live here, and then I move to the SIP, as it's called.
Where are you moving in Mississippi?
Man, I feel sorry for you.
Outside of Jackson, a place called Pearl.
Oh, it's nice there, man.
My father used to live in
where the
Jackson.
Mississippi Braves play.
No, it's nice there, man. Get yourself up to Ridgeland. That's where all the rich folk are.
So we're moving to a thing called Patrick Farms, which is right near Ridgeland, actually. So it's I don't know if Ridgeland is the place, but it's near Brandon. Ridgeland might be further north of Brandon, but yeah, man, it's really nice. Great neighborhood.
I see how this works, Steven. Like, you can't move to Florida for your job, but you got to move to Mississippi for the wife's job.
Well, her family's there,
right.
and she can work from anywhere. And let's be honest, $280,000 on a house is going to get me. Is going to get me a really great.
Large in Mississippi.
I'm living large in Mississippi. And
yeah, if you spending that much in Mississippi, Steven, that's a lot.
I am living in the dump. Let's just be real. Okay, so yeah, I'm moving.
You just above average with 250 in Maryland.
I know. Well, that's why I don't own a house here. That's why we've been renting.
I bought mine early. I bought mines in the 100s, like 170. Now it's
that must be nice now. Crypto, but now it's probably worth $3.
Yeah, it's over 350 now.
Well, look at you, crypto, dealing in some real estate there.
Yeah, the real estate market been good for me, man. Since I bought it, I only had it for like 10 years. I only had to hold it for 10 years. Not bad.
Thought about selling it?
But see, I bought it when the market was down. It was like right after the 8 crash.
We went to Canton. We went to Canton last weekend. Me and Ryan and his wife and another friend, and we all started talking like mortgages and stuff, like just hanging out. And she's like, "What did I just walk into? Why are you three talking mortgages and finances?" And I'm like, "Look, you think when we go out that we party and we have all these girls and all this craziness? No, we are sipping on a little, alcohol and just talking, just regular old guy stuff. Okay, so we don't party like that. Now, 5 hours later, we were in a strip club, but that's neither here or there. That's all.
She doesn't need to know that detail. The
was
location is not important.
She went with us.
All right. Then it was still a business conversation.
It was a business conversation, right? I can write it off on my taxes. I almost got into a fight with the DJ at the strip club.
Why you get into it with the DJ?
He was horrible. He was a horrible DJ. And why I have this
at Tootsie's?
No, it was not. First of all, let's get something straight. The strip clubs in West Virginia and the strip clubs in South Florida, two different strip clubs. Okay, they're not even on the same field.
They got the same amount of crack hose in them.
Yeah, boy, let me tell you something right now. Okay, there is like Tootsie's to me is the majors. Okay, that is the major leagues of strip clubs. And I've been to some AAA ballparks in my day, and I've been to some AA's. But let me tell you right now, the strip clubs in West Virginia are not even part of baseball. They are like an independent league that's out in.
Right. You know what they say, Steven? It's easier to get a hit in the minor leagues.
That is a fact.
Oh my God. But look, so the DJ, right? I got this person in front of me who's dancing, right? Earning her what she does, okay? And all of a sudden he started putting on this rock song, like heavy metal rock. And I'm like, dude, you are messing up my vibe right now. Change the song. Look, Ryan's getting on right now. Ryan, tell him I almost got into a fight with the DJ.
Man, that DJ sucked.
I'm telling you, he was horrible. And as we're
you have poor taste in music, Steven. That's why.
The owner of the strip club, who's like this 80-year-old lady, mind you, true story. I go, your establishment was outstanding, except your DJ's a clown. He's an asshole. As I'm walking out, and she just looked at me like, what? I was like, yep, horrible DJ, horrible person. Need to find.
He's not exaggerating. He's not exaggerating at all. It's exactly what he did on the way out.
Yeah. And then your wife was mad at me that I said something. We got to come back here.
So strip club? You have to go back to strip club?
We went because we have a friend who works there, so we go to support.
Okay.
Every so often.
Was bring Florida or
people from out of town
that works there? Look at Lois. Look at Lois.
You got to support.
Yeah, I have a friend who's a stripper.
And we go there to support her.
She also sells content online, apparently.
Oh, through OnlyFans? I mean, OnlyFans?
No. No, she doesn't have an OnlyFans. I don't know what she's doing. She's just saying, cash out me money and I'll send you movies. And she's selling like dirty underwear and stuff.
What is going on?
She going ham.
I mean, more power.
CB83 says going to a strip club in West Virginia is an extreme sport.
It is.
Hey, say it all you want, but your wallet sure had a good time, Steven.
Yeah, well, you know, I spent a little bit more than I wanted to.
Hey, Steven, bring up Andrevius' comment.
What did Andrevius say? Where is it at? I don't see it. Hold on. Let me find
it. It's one of the last ones.
Y'all some freaks.
The last one.
I can't say that, man. Lewis, you got to say it.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about that one. He wants to know the girl's name.
What's her name?
Yeah, what's her at?
Samaj asked, what's her information? DM me her information.
I'll hit it up. Hold on. Let me go hop on X. I'll give you all her X name or Twitter
Rashad
or whatever.
Said as long as it's not feet videos. Rashad,
I don't know what she's sending. I ain't buying nothing from her.
Y'all are funny. I can't believe we got on this subject. Too funny. 112 of you. I'm sorry, we got off Dolphins topics today. It definitely went out of left field.
I mean, it's all good to go out of left field, Steven.
Yeah.
We just know that you might need some help with Strippers Anonymous.
Well, especially in Mississippi.
Look, it was Ryan's birthday. He turned the big 4-0.
So you're putting this all on Ryan.
Damn,
That's
Skippy.
a good friend, Steven.
Yep,
that's a good
throwing
friend.
him under the bus.
Hey, we would have been
make sure you change those tires while you're rolling them over that bus.
They would have went to the casino, but I don't gamble, so they didn't go. So Ryan, for his birthday, sacrificed for me. That's a friend. Sacrificed by going to the strip club instead of the casino.
It's a real sacrifice, Steven.
I'm just saying, what are friends for?
Clearly support.
Clearly.
At Pole Goddess Bunny.
Look at Von Joe.
Hey, Ryan says Paul got us, and here comes Von Joe. Here comes Von Joe.
BJ, what's good, homie? What's good?
What's up, Von Joe?
Somebody
Von
asked,
Joe,
I provided.
So,
Yes, before you go off
I
on your
understand it's
tangent.
okay to go into the left. Hold on, Robert. Hold on. I know it's okay to go into left field sometimes, but right now you guys are freewheeling in the swamps right now. This has become a cesspool. Like, what are we talking? We got dirty panties selling.
We got kids. We got kids listening, Vonjo. We got kids listening.
Listen, fuck your kids, goddammit.
Kids need to go to school.
What you second with these damn kids?
Respect it. Well, I mean, I know we talking about what we talking about, but swear jar. Andrevius said Von Joe acting like he mad. He ain't getting excited about Miami freak talk.
Talk to him, Andrevius.
Vonjo thinks we forgot about his comments about Germany. He thinks we forgot about those comments.
Did you all see that they're making a documentary about Freaknik? I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited about it.
We got kids listening to you.
Now I will tell you, my wife is a few years older than I am, and so I asked her if she went to Freaknik. She said no. So I was like, good, I won't see you on the thing. We're good to go. I'm good.
Steven.
Until you see her twerking on a 6'4" Impala. God damn, Steven.
Just to watch.
Actually, it's Miami.
Like
it's not going to be if it's Miami. It's not a 6'4" Impala. It's probably going to be a donk.
Do you know anything about Freaknik?
Are you kidding me? In 1989, I went to Freaknik. You know why?
All right, Cam, you sold your Royal Oats, huh?
Well, I was living in Orlando at the time, Crypto, and back then, Luke Skywalker and Two Live Crew were making that I-95 drive, man, up and down between Atlanta and Daytona Beach, man, and we were following them all over the place, man. It was fun.
God damn. Cam out here hanging out with Uncle Luke at Freaknik, raw dogging left and right. God damn, Cam, you're a wild boy.
I was at a Green Bay concert with Two Live Crew in Daytona Beach, and I seen a girl do something with a banana I'd never seen before in my life at 22 years old.
Well, talk about it.
You need to go to Mexico more, Cam.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate this show has just gone totally away from everybody.
Listen,
it's gone.
She peeled that banana. She peeled that banana.
This is no longer safe for work.
This
between her legs.
That is no longer safe for work.
No. Cameron.
No, we talk like this at work, Von Joe. This is standard talk.
This is a safe place, Cameron. You're amongst friends. Please tell me what she did with that banana.
Level 2 noob said Von Joe's the self-proclaimed raw dog king trying to shame the panel. Damn.
He is.
Hey. At least I'm not. Hey, man, I could be raw dog king, but I'm not buying panties out here and fighting DJs at the strip club. Like, what are we doing?
Look, don't judge that. You sound like you're judging me, and I don't appreciate you judging.
I live in a judgment-free zone. I live in a judgment-free zone, sir.
Let's be clear about one thing.
Suedo Spike said
Rashad Petty almost fought someone
the
at
banana with her feet. For Rashad.
What she was out there making banana pudding, Rashad? What are you talking about? Making banana bread?
Wow. I'm gonna leave that one alone.
I'm excited for that.
Yo.
I think it's gonna be good.
I think it was like 90. Yeah, it was 1990.
Making banana pudding at Freaknik is wild. That is crazy.
Right.
Nothing could come good with that topic.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Now, I will tell you, for the strip clubs that I obviously like those, I enjoy attending those establishments. I have never been to Atlanta, and I do want to go to Atlanta.
What?
Yeah, man, you haven't been to Atlanta.
You're not missing out.
Man, Stephen A, what you been doing?
I've heard that is the strip club capital.
What? Wait, did MCJB? You said Atlanta sucks?
MCJB said Atlanta sucks.
Atlanta sucks. Do not come here.
What?
Yeah, he's always saying that because he lives there and he wants all them hoes by himself.
No, they're not hoes. They're not hoes. They're Georgia peaches. Get it right.
They join.
Okay, I see. I see. MCJB go to the strip club where they look like D Block.
You go to the strip club where they. I'm not gonna go there.
Hey,
they're looking like D Block.
Tell me, Magic City has got the best hot wings in the city of Atlanta.
Yes,
Tell me
they
I'm wrong.
do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I
go,
DoorDash
but
for this. I don't
no,
go there.
me-
I DoorDash my wings.
My wife
They
and I
deliver
have
to me.
my wife and I have funded a couple college tuitions in Atlanta. So
Man, you all just got this shit wrong.
hopefully these young ladies want to,
You know what's so funny about this? Robert,
the HBCU.
Robert, who by the way went to Vietnam last year, right? Is like, y'all don't know nothing. We
Robert goes to Columbia so he can have girls sit on his face. Okay, so stop it, Robert. Okay, stop. Okay.
Right. Exactly.
That ain't true, but that's funny as shit. But
Okay.
you still got this fucking twisted. The U.S. has nothing on some of these other countries.
Go to the Colombian
All
club.
right. Okay, Robert. Not everybody can
in
go.
love with a stripper.
The U.S. has some rules and regulation, unlike Vietnam. Okay.
Yeah, Von Joe, fuck those
Columbia
rules and
definitely
regulations. They're just for prudes. Let people
All right.
have fun.
Robert
Listen,
said
there ain't no rules and regulations in Miami-Dade or Broward County. You ever been to Diamond?
So wait, is this
Robert
the
goes.
show now?
Robert go to places where they ask for massage and say, "I love you a long time." All right.
My
You ever
question
been
is,
to
what's
Diamond
wrong
Dallas?
with that?
anybody.
I felt that was kind of racist. I felt like I'm gonna get attacked. I might get canceled. Let me take that back.
I was about to say we are
I
definitely.
feel like saying I
Wait a
love you a
minute,
long time is kind of
That's a
racist.
great movie, Von Joe. What are you talking about? That was the second half of Full Metal Jacket.
Oh God.
Choke yourself.
That's a perfect
Put your
movie. Stop
hand
it.
with mine. That's such a good scene. Choke yourself.
Full Metal Jacket. I'm pretty sure a couple guys on this panel been in a Full Metal Jacket somewhere, somehow, out of this in Europe.
Don't be putting my.
Von Joe, I
I
heard
love
that.
that
Get on the
movie.
jump, bro.
Hey, everybody, say goodbye to Cameron. Cameron's got to go.
No,
Yo, Cameron,
say,
Cameron, hold on,
say.
Cameron.
Like
Cameron,
Von Joe.
Denver. I might be pulling up in Denver. So
Don't
what's
mind
on the
me.
menu?
Just text me and tell me you are, bro.
What's on the menu?
Dude, I got Colorado beef. I got a freezer full all ready to go, man.
Okay.
Man,
Come on, Von
you
Joe.
don't have no gators, man. You're not cooking gators.
Nah, Denver's coming into town.
We are gonna do a gator cookout. I don't know what game it is. We did it a couple years
I gotta
ago
try some.
when Denver came to town, and Tebow was the quarterback, and that was a long time ago. We smoked a gator because gators and Tebow.
Yeah, I haven't tried gator. I still gotta
All
try
right.
it. What do you put on gator? What kind of sauce you
I
put
had
on
my
gators?
first gator like at Fort Myers. Keith made
Level
it.
2
Damn,
news
that was
says
good.
Marlins suck, Cam.
Because he lives in Indianapolis, he got nobody to root for. He thinks he's a Cub fan, but he ain't. Nobody in Chicago
Exactly.
recognizes Indianapolis, and I lived in both places. Believe me.
Dang.
I gotta get out of
You're
here.
out here murdering.
That is rough.
I approve.
It's Wildin' Out Wednesday, right?
The Marlins
That is
suck.
rough. Well,
On
now
a
Wednesday
Thursday.
going up on a Thursday. God damn. But yeah, for sure, Cam. So, Steven, we're gonna have to chop it up, man. We're gonna have to talk.
Hey man,
Von
look,
Joe, you're always welcome. Let's go.
and
I'm
let
still
me
waiting for
Von
fake-ass
Joe
Pete
on
to
the
come down.
street. Von Joe on the street. But to be fair, last time Von Joe came to the first game, I almost died. I definitely almost died of pizza. It was bad.
It was bad. It was real bad.
So bad.
That wasn't Von Joe's
I
fault.
remember that.
That heat was unbearable.
Hanging on Von Joe for life. I was
Steven,
like,
let me tell you something. Von Joe's been up here on your show for 3 years, lifting them weights, showing you how to do it so you don't get heat stroke. And you listen to the man? No.
That's a fact. That's a fact, Cam.
Got it right. Let's get it. Workout session.
At my
He's got MCJD on the program.
Meanwhile, Steven is up here
I've
lifting
been working
strippers.
out a lot too.
At my new house, I can have my own little weight gym now. At my
That's
own
what Steven is doing. He's lifting up strippers. That's what he's doing.
Damn.
God damn it, man.
I love how we just threw the swear jar
We
out
ain't
the
lifting
window
enough
today,
of
so
them,
now Level
obviously.
2 Noob is like, oh, you're enforcing it now. You're not enforcing it. Guys, the $25 swear jar fee for the day. Nobody's donated to the show today. Let's go. Donate to the channel. Help the channel grow.
Some guys donate. We've been getting some great content lately too. So
Von Joe, Lewis, Robert, Crypto, MC, JB, keep doing your thing. Good to see y'all.
Hey, you take care.
Love.
You take care.
Cam.
In the
Gotta
words
roll.
of Dade County,
That's right.
Stay black.
Oh, boy.
Dade County. Cruz says, I only pay for timeouts.
Well,
get to stepping, Cruz.
There it is.
So what's up? I mean,
my man, Stephen D.
My
moving
last
to
check coming in
Mississippi,
tomorrow.
man.
I got you.
What's up, Crypto?
What jumped in you and gave you the epiphany to move to Mississippi?
My wife.
Yeah, I want to know this too.
My wife. Crazy dog.
Okay.
$5 donation.
Keep blaming the wife, Stephen D. Keep blaming the
How far are
wife.
you
Crypto
from-
said
how far are
what
you
jumped
from-
inside of you.
How far are
Like
you
super
from
pause on that
Starkville?
one. Like pause. All type of pausing.
Andrevius says that felt offensive.
Yeah, Lewis.
I can't put my finger on why, but I am watching you. I was just quoting the great Dade County. That's all I was. That's all I was doing.
Hey, Steven.
What's up, buddy?
How far is Pearl from Starkville? That's where my other grandpa lives.
Starkville, Mississippi.
Or Columbus.
Which
Or
is
technically it's
where
Columbus, but
Mississippi State is, where my wife went to graduate school at. I think it's like an hour and a half.
oh, so okay. So are you south? Like south? Or north?
I'm in the center of the state. I'm right outside Jackson.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Right outside Jackson, Mississippi.
Jackson, Mississippi.
I'm kind of upset that Dion's no longer there because that would have been cool.
That would have been nice. Dang.
I was gonna say, wasn't Jackson, Mississippi? Didn't it have like a water issue at some point? I believe.
No, they still
Yeah,
do.
back
Which is
then
why
you
we're-
did,
which is
yeah,
why
but
we're not moving to Jackson. But the house, let me tell you, the houses there in Jackson, mwah, oh my God, they are gorgeous and beautiful and dirt cheap because the water system there is.
I was gonna say it don't matter the house if you can't clean it.
Can't clean it.
How you washing your car and house with dirty water?
I lie to you not. I lie to you not. Tamika and I are like looking, and I keep on looking at these houses in Jackson. I'm like, Tamika, these are beautiful houses. She's like, we can't live there. The water system is messed up. I'm like, dang on it.
You be paying for filtered water for the rest of your life.
They said that they've been having a
You
problem
need
there
some
for like
reverse
20 years
osmosis
too,
water.
which is insane. Level 2 Noob says you can tell who is married and who isn't on the panel. Happy wife, happy life. Plus, my wife could probably murder me and get away with it, so she's in charge. Facts. Level 2 Noob. Facts. 100%.
I don't know what level 2 move is talking about.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, I don't know.
Your
what
wife
he's
could
talking
kill you and she could get away with it.
listen, I come to the conclusion, and we have adopted the motto.
Well, see,
Uh-oh, Matrix.
See?
Uh-oh.
See, you were about to say
The
something,
wife came in.
Monzo, and she got the
Yeah.
internet monster got you. She wasn't playing. She out here. The
Damn,
options.
monitoring all
Damn, you
activities,
running scared
Monzo.
out here,
Boy,
Bonzo?
Monzo, man, boy. You better stop it, Bonzo.
That's
Bonjo
crazy.
got spooked
That's
out.
crazy.
Bonjo, we can't hear you now. We can't hear you at all. I don't know what
she
happened.
just
You
cut
better
your
go out
internet
and come
service
back
like
in.
that.
In
It
and
is
out.
not good. It is
Nah,
not
you
a
got
good
put
look
to
for you.
sleep. Don't go to your microphone. You got put to sleep.
Man, it was like he was about to say something about his wife,
Yeah.
and then silence. Got him. Done. I don't
That's
know
tough.
what happened.
That was tough.
Bonjo,
You know how you could pick up the other phone
blink
back in the day and
twice,
listen
you're in
in?
need of help.
She's
Okay.
listening in another room.
You can hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Man,
Okay.
are you okay, Bonjo?
Yeah, after you done got
I
slapped up,
am
we
just
can hear you.
fine, sir.
Okay,
I am just fine.
We were scared for you, man. We got nervous.
I'm just
We
fine.
lost Bonjo.
So we live by the rule of a happy spouse is a happy house, guys.
A happy spouse is
Know
a
your
happy
worth,
house.
kings. Know your worth. Yes, know your worth, my kings. Know your worth.
How many
All right.
weeks you been practicing that line, Bonjo?
I know.
I'm curious.
Hey, listen, that's a rule at the Solomon household, okay?
You know what? I'm convinced that you were going to say something else, and you just came up with that trash because you're like, "I'm not gonna kill you." So
Hey, again, this is the rule that we live by.
It's all right, Bonjo. Well rehearsed.
God damn it! What the for me?
It's about to rain again. Damn it, I can't cut my grass.
I'm sorry, Steven. I'm a little distracted. I'm at work right now.
It's sunny down here in Miami.
Yo, Triple OG, Mr. Polk, what it is?
What up?
I need some of that
Haven't
sunshine
seen
so
in a
I cut
while,
my
man.
grass.
How's
My
it going?
grass is
Lewis
I'm doing great.
Lewis done fired a couple of
Yeah.
people this morning, and now look, he just got his shades on, just all sat back in
Lewis
the truck.
ain't about that life for real. Lewis had to go get security. I heard you, Lewis. You had to go get security.
They have to come and escort the people out. There's no way
Nah,
further.
bro.
I met them at the front door.
Nah, I escorted him out my
escorted him out
own.
the gate.
When I fired him, I escorted him out on my own.
Well, you a lot bigger than me, goddammit.
I tell him, hey man, give me your badge. Head that way.
No, man.
I tell him, hey man, I need that badge up out you real quick. And they ask why, I'd be like, you know why. Don't ask me no question. Don't make me repeat myself. Give me that badge. And don't ask me for no, recommendation or anything. Steven, are you still there?
Yeah. I'm reading. I got a really great interview this afternoon that I'm pre-recording that I'm going to drop later on today or tomorrow on the YouTube.
Who are you interviewing? Could you say?
I don't want to yet.
Okay, I respect it.
It's in collaboration with somebody, and it's pretty awesome because I've never had this person on my show before.
Also, Steven, are you guys getting the game up there? Tomorrow's game?
By getting the game, do you mean there will be some stream that might be legal?
Okay, will you be watching the game up there? Let me ask you that.
I will be watching the game.
Okay, all right.
I will figure out a way to watch the game.
So, what are you hoping to see? I don't know if you guys talked about that already.
What am I hoping to see? I just want to see. I don't care if we win or lose. I just want to see, I want to see the offense show some consistency. I want the offensive line to look good. I don't want any injuries. I want to see Elijah Campbell. I want to see Trill Williams.
Agree on that. That's one of the guys I'm looking at.
I'm excited to see Mike White. I am.
Do you want to see
Mike White?
So, at what point do you want to see a dress rehearsal? Because we got 3 preseason games. When do you want to see a dress rehearsal?
Game 2. I want to see game 2. I want to see a half.
Okay. Do you think would you like to see Tua and the starting offense get any type of play this game?
Say what?
Up?
Say what?
The starting offense, would you like to see them? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the starting offense, would you like to see them what the heck, Rashad? Yo, why Rashad came in looking like a creep?
So weird right now.
Yeah, dude.
I had to come. My phone was in the office on the charger. I had to come back and see what you freaks are up to.
I know you're not talking about us freaks, Mr. Feet Man. You know you love some feet.
So, Steven, I was gonna ask, is there anything for example, would you like to see the starting offense for a series or two?
No.
Tomorrow?
No.
Yeah.
I would not mind. Look, I wouldn't mind seeing Tua play one series, just one. The problem with him playing one series is if it's a 3 and out, everybody's going to lose their mind. But I would like to see one series. But my personal opinion is you have 3 options here. You let him play one series. Next week you play a quarter, and then the third week you play a half. I don't think that's how it's going to happen. I think he's not going to play tomorrow. My personal opinion is he doesn't. I could be wrong. Okay, just want to throw it out there. And Tuesday or the next game 2, he'll play a drive or 2, and then game 3 he'll play the half. Is what I think.
Why do you want to see him play?
Because everybody needs to warm up. There's very few quarterbacks in the NFL or offenses, period, in the NFL that can not play Tom Brady could probably, when he was in his prime, not play a preseason. Aaron Rodgers in his prime, not play a preseason. Patrick Mahomes probably doesn't need to play in preseason. But for the most part, you need to play in preseason. You need to. That's what I think. You have to be able to get timing down, calls, huddle, all that stuff. Like that stuff, it can't be replicated. Like the joint practices are great, and there's a lot of things we can learn from the joint practices, but there's nothing like a real dress rehearsal, like a game. You're just going to learn so much from that.
And I completely agree with you, because I stood on the notion that I wanted a series of 2 in this game, a half in the second game, and leave the third game to pretty much pan out your roster, right? The people that are on the bubble, and then
That's where I'm at.
And then you go with it in San Diego, because at the same time, and when we get to San Diego, I'm not trying to hear no excuse of rust or this and that. No, I need us to hand San Diego start off the season strong. So that's where I'm at with it.
I don't see Tyreek playing the first preseason game.
Well, look, Tyreek
Waddle's banged up. So.
Tyreek has no business playing for 3.
What you mean Waddle's banged up? What happened with Waddle?
Waddle's banged up.
Waddle got banged up yesterday.
You got hurt yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah,
you were in the chat when that came up.
Crypto, did you watch
That's
my
the only
show?
reason why I'm like, I don't need to see Tua at all.
Crypto, did you watch my show?
Did I watch it? I came in late. I was on the panel. What are you talking about?
You know what, Crypto? I don't want to hear it. You came in late. You're not loyal. These hoes ain't loyal no more, Vonjo. I'm telling you.
If I grace you with 1 second, listen. If I give you
1 second, you better get.
If I give you a 1 second, that's worth a lifetime of anything that you've been given, Steven.
You know what, Crypto? Just
1 second of my time.
Going to a baseball game with you is all the love I need. You do realize that we've been to a baseball game and saw Jim Harbaugh together, and we were at the greatest comeback in Miami Dolphins history together. So we've had some special moments together.
Listen, and you guys argue about hot dogs.
Was that the greatest comeback?
That guy argues about.
There's no argument about hot dogs, Vonjo.
He owes me 586 hot dogs now.
That's crazy.
True, man.
586
Interesting.
Wanting 586 glizzies is crazy.
Glizzy.
The Japanese champion, he ate like 27 of them in 4 minutes. I was about to say
Joey Chestnut. Actually, Joey Chestnut's going to be in Baltimore this weekend or next weekend.
Hey, listen.
Why do
there's nowhere
500 of them things in 10 minutes.
Listen, there is no space and time continuum that exists where I would want to be shoving hot dogs in my mouth.
Pause.
Okay.
There's a competitive eating. They do that, Vonjo. People get thousands of dollars for competitive.
Hey, Andrevius,
Vonjo. There's glory holes for that also.
Andrevius,
your mind's in the gutter, Vonjo.
Andrevius wants you to know: are you aware that the Chargers don't play in San Diego anymore?
They don't
know that, right?
Listen, they're always the San Diego Chargers to me. Okay.
They'll always be the San Diego Chargers.
Always be the San Diego Chargers.
Yes, level 2 noob, 7 5/8. 7 5/8.
Who coming to San Diego? I mean, look at it.
What is 7 5/8?
Who coming to LA, man, for week 1?
Oh, your hat size.
Mark gonna be there with you.
Birthday,
I think Mark gonna be there.
Right now, my birthday is on Sunday. Okay,
he ain't gonna be with me.
The last 3 years.
Oh, what you doing for the birthday?
I thought that was your buddy.
Well, we nothing at the moment, but we usually have a drinking show on my birthday.
Oh, fuck that! No, you're on your own.
Considering doing a drinking show tomorrow.
Nope.
No, Vonjo. You must attend. All must be present tomorrow.
I can't. I work.
Oh, I work too.
I think you're gonna call out sick tomorrow.
Nope, not happening.
Because I gotta call out if they don't have no caviar.
Wait, what?
Is that Bones?
Maybe we'll do a Saturday edition of CLOCKBLOCKERS and do the drinking game on Saturday.
Shit, I work Saturday too.
I don't have a shot, but that's about it.
No. Look, Vonjo has all these bad memories from the last time.
That's it. No
donations for drinks.
That was bad. That was horrible. That was a bad day.
Who idea was that?
Like I shouldn't have done it. Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. I instantly regretted my decision. I regretted. You had me throwing up. No, I'm good. It was midday. Who the hell throws up midday from drinking?
Bonjo did. Bonjo most definitely did.
Jiminy crickets.
I
hate you.
But I might go get high noon, like a case of high noon for tomorrow. I might do that.
Have fun with that. You guys, God bless y'all. I'll donate. I'll donate towards your drinking.
Don't back out. Don't be that guy.
But nope. I have a whole.
You got to contribute to the show, the success of the show.
Man, listen, I ain't about to get me. Y'all ain't about to have me filing for divorce. No, sir.
Your wife was just as mad at you as mine was with me.
She was furious. You are not about to have me filing for divorce.
My wife was like, "What are you doing?" Level 2 Noob said, "Does that high noon come with a free purse?" F you, Level 2 Noob. High noon is delicious. I don't care what anybody says. But you're not going to judge me. You're not going to make me feel.
To answer your question, Rashad, it was my idea to do it last year. And Von Joe was like, "Yeah, let's do it. I'll bring a bottle of wine." I remember Von Joe said that.
Man, what is that noise?
I'm at work, Steven.
Somebody going in and out of
God, but that hurt my ear, man.
It's my cart. It has these new wheels. Hold on, let me park it real quick.
There's put some oil on those wheels, man.
There's this thing.
WD-40 or something.
WD-40.
You feel me?
Get the silicone version of it.
I mean, what are you doing? You cross to the street and try to let everybody know you're coming? The mailman?
Steven, how about this? I got an idea.
What?
You got to think about it.
Are you coming on? Kevin Lee with a $10 donation. He said, "Hey, Steven and panel. Even though it's a few weeks away, what's y'all's early score prediction for week 1 versus the Chargers? Tua and Miami coming for that payback. Let's go."
75-14.
Come on, let's be realistic here.
We're going to win by 40.
45. We had a whole debate about this on Twitter, in a Twitter space yesterday with Mountie.
I think we're going to win like 27-23 or 25. So it'll be close games.
Nope. It's going to be 17-13. We heard it yesterday. It's going to be the Herbert humiliation game. It's going to be the Herbert humiliation game.
I say 17-13.
It's going to be a 40-point
Andrevius
blowout.
says, "I'm not coming on. I'm not friends with Dolphins anymore." Andrevius, since when you not getting what?
It's kumbaya again, Andrevius. We started again yesterday. It's kumbaya all over again.
It's kumbaya, Andrevius. Level 2 Noob says 38-10 just because I want that Twitter meltdown. Then we'll finish 16-0 on a 16-0 run.
Level 2 Noob just want to watch the world burn. Clearly.
He said we get meltdown, we lose.
No, if that happens,
yeah, so F y'all.
If that happens,
it will be.
I'll tell you right now, there will
He's
be
right about
a
that
whole
part.
meltdown.
Why would it
he
be a
will
meltdown?
He's right about that part.
Batman, if we lose hold on, let me get on camera for this. Batman, you telling me if we lose the first game?
Yeah,
to the
I'll be on
Chargers?
camera too. Yeah, what's the
To
deal?
the Chargers? 38-10? Yes, that word right there will break out on Twitter.
It would be chaos.
It would be an absolute meltdown. What are you talking about?
It will be next level meltdown, boy. This fan base will go jumping off bridges.
Hey, Von Joe, Andrevius at the bottom here.
Jeez, Batman, come on. Batman, come on. Andrevius, what are you talking about? The kumbaya is on, okay?
So it's a meltdown. We lose by 20. First game, it's a meltdown. The season's over. Let's say we're going to cry about it. What we're going to do?
Oh, you got to go through the phase. You got to go through the phase.
Why Batman acting brand new?
I know.
Like he don't know. Like Batman, like he doesn't know this fan base. Like your first name ain't fan and your last name ain't base.
I know this fan base. This fan base is optimistic. Hey, we lose, man. Hey, we chuck it up to the loss. That's it. Next week's another.
That's not gonna happen. No, that's not gonna happen.
You know that's not what's gonna happen.
Hey,
good to go.
Guys, running back Justin
Especially
Jackson,
by that score.
Justin Jackson of the Detroit Lions is retiring from the NFL at the age of 27.
Man,
he knows he's not gonna get paid. He knows he's not gonna get paid.
Andrew Luck was 29, right?
Yeah, but Andrew Luck was different.
Let's be if you make $1 million or $2 million, you can live
How old was Bull?
on that for the rest of your life.
That's not
If you're
true.
smart with your money. If you're
Okay,
smart with your
that's the
money,
caveat. That's the caveat. Okay.
How
You gotta be
old was
smart.
Bo Jackson when he retired?
What's
I don't
that?
know.
I
No,
didn't
I
hear
said
what you
how
said.
old was Bo Jackson when? How old was Bo Jackson when he retired?
Too
I
young.
don't know.
He was
I think it was
30 in his early 30s.
I think it was late 20s.
Yeah, they were early 30s, something like that. Yeah, that's about
I
right.
mean, because
He was young.
Well, to be fair, Andrevius,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
if we lose the first game, you'll get what you wish for. There'll be all type of problems.
Steven,
This
I was
fan
gonna
base will
ask you,
splinter.
is it a possibility that you could do the drinking show? I don't know what your schedule looks like, but pre-game before the game tomorrow.
Pre-game.
Hey, Batman, you gonna do
I
you
saw
gonna do
that
a
Patty
retake of the show
Steven.
you did
Mr. Falk.
last time?
I haven't laughed that hard in months.
That might not be a bad idea. My wife
Me
might
neither.
let me get away with that one if we do it at night.
See, and it's a pregame to the game, and we have fun celebrating your birthday.
But I'm not. But nobody's gonna watch the show. They're gonna be watching the game. That's gonna be the problem.
No, you do it before the game.
Steven,
Before the
do you
game.
not think I can have two streams up at the same time?
I guess I could watch.
Wait, what time does the game start?
7:30. 7:30. Like you do the show like at 5.
I was about to say we could start the show at 5 o'clock tomorrow, 5 p.m.
I get off at work at 4.
I pick up my kids a little bit early, and then I'll get the alcohol.
No, I'm gonna say mofos are definitely still gonna be at work.
Donation, Stephen D's birthday bash donations for drinks or donations
There you
for
go.
shot show.
There you go.
So, Steven, started at 6. Started at 6. Do a live reaction to the show or the game, but just start the drinking at 6.
But I feel like if we started at 5, we'll get more people on.
Yep.
Are you gonna drink for 5 hours straight?
I mean,
No, I don't-
I've done it before on this show.
Oh no, Steven, I wasn't asking.
You
I
know,
wasn't
you
asking,
must have seen him before, Robert.
I wasn't asking you to go through the game. I was just a pregame show celebrating your birthday, and then pregame show.
Yeah, but part of the reason that the drinking show works is that you do it for 4 or 5 hours, right?
Right.
And that, that's good. I don't know. I got to talk to my wife. I got to figure this out. B McD says Steven goes streaking after 500. No, told you there's no amount of money that can happen.
I don't think anything's gonna top.
I got to get shots. I got to get some beer.
I don't think anything's gonna top Bon Joe hugging the toilet last year. I don't think anything's gonna top
All right,
that.
in the chat, who can drink with me tomorrow in the morning? Who can drink with me in the morning tomorrow if I do the show? Because
in the morning,
it's no fun
absolutely
if you
not.
do it by yourself. You got to have other people to do it.
Like I said, I could take a
people.
shot. I could take a shot.
Here's what I'll do. I'll do a poll. What
Andrevius can, because I know Andrevius don't have no job for real.
Andrevius starts working at 7.
Steven.
What are you talking about, Von Joe? That's your
For
coworker.
the show.
Andrevius and Estefan, they're drinking like at 8 in the morning.
Why you gotta call people out like that, Batman?
Hey, I wish I could. I'm saying I'm envious.
Damn, 8 in the morning.
You remember Estefan used to come here with a beer in the morning shows with Steve?
He did.
Where is Estefan anyway? I haven't seen him anywhere.
Morning.
He was on last night. He was on the Tailgate.
Wait a minute, he was on something last night. He was on one of the platforms last night. Yeah. So.
All right.
Is anybody excited that we're playing tomorrow?
There
Even though
we
it's
go.
preseason?
I just put it in the chat. Who will drink with Steven for donations for Shots Show? I put morning clock blockers for tomorrow morning. I put 5 to 7:30 p.m. And then I put a Saturday show, and we'll see where people are at. I need to know who will drink with me tomorrow on camera or Saturday. Right now we got 4 votes. Let's go. 6 votes. And if you can, put it in the chat that you can get on with me. Man, donations for SHOT Shows, they only happen like once or twice a year because they do not work out well for people involved. It gets crazy. You can't back out.
It doesn't work out well for people at all.
I remember Von Joe hugging the toilet. He didn't even know where he was.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Hey, Steven.
Joe was out.
Ryan,
Steven.
do you have to work tomorrow?
Steven.
What? Yeah, what's up?
Hold on real quick, Steven. I have to go ahead and jump to a meeting that I am running late for. So I'll holler at you guys.
No excuses,
you guys take care.
Joe. No excuses. You can have 2 screens.
Yeah, you can have 2 screens.
Exactly. You should have 2 screens.
All right, Ryan, what's up?
Why can't we drink on Monday?
What's going on Monday?
Monday.
I want to drink on Monday.
You're off on Monday.
Oh, I want to drink on Wednesday.
That's why I want to drink on Monday.
Do you work tomorrow and Saturday?
I do.
What about Wednesday?
Wiling out Wednesday next week.
I'm off.
But I work.
What about Sunday?
We're not doing $1 per shot. I think it's like 20. What is it? We start out in the first hour at like $25 per shot, and the second hour we go to $50 per shot, and the third hour we go to $100 per shot or something. We've done that before. We've also done just $50 straight shot, $100 shot and a chug of, like you got to chug a can or a bottle of beer. Like it gets crazy. It becomes our biggest donation day.
Steven, you know what I got to find out with Vesasur? I don't know if you've heard anything. I mean, at training camp, they didn't have Vesasur. All they had was Bud Light and Heineken. And I was asking, I'm like, what's going on? Are you guys...
Vesasur is doing stuff. They're going to be at the game on Friday.
No, I'm talking about like they're born and raised are being sold in the facility like they did last year. And like I was confused because I'm like, all you have is Heineken and Bud Light. I'm like, no, I want some born and raised.
I want some born and raised.
Two terrible choices.
Karen from Miami
is a watered down.
Karen
European
from
beer.
Miami Sports Music HR department says management wanted me to reach out and inform you that drinking on company time is frowned upon. Your takes are bad enough while sober, and we don't feel it's a good look for the brand. Oh man, I don't drink beer. Also, who is like? I see people doing it 5 to 7:30 is winning at 50% on 24 votes, and then
What I'm talking about.
Saturday and morning. The Saturday and morning show. I don't see anybody in the chat that says that they'll drink with me on camera. Lorenzo says, happy birthday, Stephen from Germany, plus every Dolphins fan there. Let's go, Fins. Lorenzo from Germany. Shout out to you, Lorenzo.
I'll drink with you on Sunday, Stephen D.
Whatever you do, Stephen, don't go to the margarita. Don't go on the margarita cruise. Oh, yeah. I don't know.
He talked about that yesterday on the.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
The margarita. He said Batman is promoting the margarita cruise.
Caesar.
That's like the armpit of all cruises. Word on the
Steven,
street
check
is
this
that's the
out. So
armpit of all
I've never
cruises.
there's this cruise called the Margaritaville, right? And they got a special, 2 people, $100 for 2 people, right? And I'm like, has anybody been there?
It's for the parrot heads, right?
The what?
The parrot heads. You know
Yeah,
that's
pretty
what
much.
they call fans of Jimmy Buffett, guys.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of anybody. I just want to go and two
Yeah,
people, 100, 5 drinks each. You know, that's a hell of a deal.
Yeah, but you got to subject yourself to listening to Jimmy Buffett the whole time.
I'll take my headphones. I'll take my headphones.
I guess you take your headphones, right, Batman?
Lewis says I went on it. My wife. Hold on. Pause.
How was it, Lewis? Was it the
I gotta-
armpit of all cruises?
I gotta text Lewis then because that's the one I'm looking at.
My mother is a parrot head and has done those cruises.
It's worth it.
I mean, my mom likes it.
Oh yeah.
What are you trying to say,
Is it
Steven?
mom approved? What are you saying?
Mom approves.
That's
my
a
mom
loaded
is a parrot
statement,
head.
Steven. That's loaded statement.
My mom parties with like all the Jimmy Buffett fans.
I party with everybody. You know me, Steven.
I do know.
If I could party with P, I could party with anybody.
Steven.
I'm just saying. If we take a shot for every time Twitter was wrong about Dalvin, we can be smashed in 10 minutes. Call it a show. Go to bed. Level 2 noob says.
How about we take a shot every time that Pete was wrong about a take he had?
I mean, yeah. Right now, 52% are saying pregame tomorrow.
It wouldn't take long to get drunk then, Batman.
Time to do a shot
drunk in 5 minutes.
I think the panel will be drunk within the first 2 minutes.
I think it'd be less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, it'll be 2 minutes. The panel will be drunk in 2 minutes.
What time do you get off, Ryan, tomorrow?
6.
Can you get off earlier?
No.
Just saying.
We'll be on, Steven.
I don't think I'm going to the margarita cruise.
Before we went to Canton, that's what I can do.
How far are you from home when you get off at 6?
An hour.
It's about an hour drive, a little over an hour drive.
And every
By the
time
way, I posted.
Get off early. Last second work comes in.
I posted on Twitter where you could see the game, like for different places, different cities and stuff at different places, like what channel the game's going to be on tomorrow.
It will be interesting.
It's going to be on my DolFan app up here.
Said it's local on one of the CBS stations.
Yeah, CBS is going to have it. Yeah, CBS is going to have it.
I think that's what Color said. I don't know. I'm going to have to get it on one of these bootleg apps to watch it live.
Get that DolFan app.
So MCJB just texted
I got
me
the other one.
a link of the Miami Herald talking about a nude cruise is coming to Miami.
Yeah, but that's 70 and over, MC.
70 and older. What?
I don't want that in my life. Cheapest fares $1,200 to share a double occupancy room.
Yeah, Vonjo was talking about
for
spending
how long? For the week?
Vonjo was talking about spending $3,000 on a cruise just for 2. I was like, nah, Vonjo, my budget ain't that.
$1,200 for double occupancy. Is that the nude cruise?
All right, check it out. These are the rules of nude cruising. Okay.
Here we go.
When the ship is docked alongside in a port, all passengers must be dressed throughout the vessel, including balconies, until the ship leaves port and an announcement is made that nudity is again permissible. The ship provides a self-serve buffet on the Lido deck, which is a clothes-free area. Clothing is required for all meals taken in the dining rooms. Casual attire is fine in all of the other venues. Bathrobes are not permitted in the dining room. Lingerie, fetish wear, and excessive genital jewelry are not appropriate at any time. Please sit on a towel at all times while in the nude, in a G-string, thong, or anytime you are bare bottom. A fresh beach towel will be provided in your stateroom for each day for that purpose. Displaying yourself, this is great. Displaying yourself nude in front of other ships in port or while port authorities are on board the vessel for clearance is strictly prohibited. No photographs, videos, or electronic images of any person may be taken with the express consent of that individual. No photo zones around the pools or the dance venues must be followed to avoid confiscation of photo capturing devices. Dangerous or rude behavior will not be tolerated at any time. Fondling or inappropriate touching of personal body parts or those of someone else, overt sexual activity, or any solicitation of sexual act is strictly prohibited. What the hell?
Sign me up. That sounds like a ball.
JB, why did you say this to me, bro?
Look, man, I didn't read.
For somebody else, Steven.
I didn't read the whole thing. I just
Steven, he said it was meant for somebody else.
Square jar fun. Also, let's sign Dalvin and the offensive line. Greer, I know you watching last week. Go Bucks. Boo Bucks. Boo.
I didn't read that. I didn't read the article. I swear. I just sent the link. I didn't know what it was. We were talking about cruises.
Please sit on a towel at all times while in the news.
Hey, that's for your own.
CJB said that text was meant for somebody else, Steven.
That's crazy.
Joe said these are all terrible rules. Balls out. Newfoundland says balls out, but no bells on them.
Yo, what the hell?
Oh, I can't stand you.
Steven, I apologize.
Oh, my goodness.
Didn't know that was going to happen.
Oh, my goodness. I'm dying. Color, have you been on one of these nude cruises? Something you want to tell us about Color?
Oh, shit.
I mean,
Color is the honorary captain of the
entire
ship.
panel needs Jesus, bro. That's all I'm
No, Color is coming in as the skip boat captain. He's the
and it's an
skip boat
atheist
captain.
telling you all. I'm an atheist telling you all this. Y'all need Jesus, bro.
Dang.
No,
Yo,
Color.
I got Jesus.
Color.
He's the
You the
door
skip
guy at
boat
the strip
captain.
club.
You the captain of the skip boat. That's what you are.
Crypto, what's good, bro?
Lingerie.
I'm glad they take precautions. That's all I gotta say.
Fetish wear and excessive genital jewelry are not appropriate at any time.
Hey, yo.
Hey, that's just a rule of life, though.
Oh shit!
I mean, just wipe properly. You probably don't need a towel. You know?
Cruz says, "What if you shart on your white towel?
God.
What happens then?"
Oh God!
Hey, Dad.
You gotta
nothing's
use.
better.
You gotta use
Nothing's
the dining
Nothing's better. Nothing's better than lingerie football,
This is
though.
one of those times I need Channing Crowder on because Channing would definitely he would know this stuff. He would know.
I'm sure he's been on that cruise. I mean, you know. It just reminds me of a Mick Foley incident in Fort Lauderdale, man, where his boys left him on the nude beach. He fell asleep on the beach before everybody got there,
Oh, shit.
and he wakes up around a bunch of nude people.
Lewis said, "What the F is going on in here?" Well, your boy MCJB decided to send me a link about a nude cruise, and so I clicked on it, and there were rules for said news cruise. So
Hang on, though, Steven. Did the text message was it MC saying want to join, or what did he say? What was the context?
Hold on, let's see what it said. It said, and I quote,
you a link.
"It just sent me a link. That's all it is." Just a link.
Okay.
MCJB,
Whatever he says is mine.
Hey, Steven.
Whatever he says is
with
cap.
you on the
I'll
nude
whatever-
cruise, man.
Hey, Steven.
Whatever Steven
Send
said
me that
was
link.
cap. I didn't
Send
say
you that
nothing.
link. Okay, I'll send you.
Send
the
me
link.
that link.
Whatever Steven said was
Are you
cap.
gonna
I went
send
in
it
the
to Nikki?
Matrix. Wow.
Send it to
Yeah,
Nikki.
man. I'm gonna book it.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go on the nude cruise.
Get it, Rob. Wait, who's this, Robert?
I mean,
Gonna send Steve free tickets.
Oh, get it, boy.
If you find yourself on a Jimmy Buffett cruise ship in the nude, okay, it's your own damn fault.
B. McD
It's your own damn fault.
Oh wait, is this
a link
is
with
this
a
the
wink.
Jimmy Buffett cruise? Is a nude cruise?
No, it's not a Jimmy Buffett cruise.
Jimmy, it's a different. Like, it was a different.
Because that would have been okay.
I
Because
missed
that would be a
part.
deal
I
breaker.
was connecting during that part.
Where's the link?
God damn, this Wi-Fi is ass.
Does it come with
would have been a
KY?
deal breaker for me.
Does it come with you get a bag? So when you board the ship, they give you a bag of KY and say, "Enjoy your stay over the next 4 days."
A bag of KY? Goodness. I'm used to it coming in like a tube.
Shit, I'm dying.
This has to be out of Fort Lauderdale, bro. I'm just saying, man.
Oh, this show has got out of hand today.
Talking about strippers, now we're
A
talking about
bottle
nude
of
cruises.
KY and
Come on,
motion
who started
lotion.
this?
Oh my goodness.
God damn, my
the
Wi-Fi
link?
is
Should I
ass.
drop the link in the chat so y'all can see it? Y'all want me to drop the link? Somebody donate $25 and I'll drop the link. Oh my goodness. I know you can go find it on yourself. I'm just trying to raise some money for the channel, but damn. Oh my goodness. Y'all got me today.
But it hasn't even started.
Comes with whips and chains.
No, it says no. So the rules state. Hold on.
Wow,
it can't.
fetish wear is a no-go.
Lance,
Yes,
we're not
it
talking
says-
about the truck stop on I-80.
Domination.
No, it
The
says-
whips and the chains are on the Jimmy Buffett
Damn it.
cruise.
I got all that shit, all that stuff in here.
Where's it at?
Tell him that's on I-44 anyway, Lance.
The truck stop on I-80, boy, I tell you.
Lingerie, fetish wear,
Yeah.
excessive genital jewelry are not appropriate at any time. Please sit
that
on
the
a
truth?
towel at all times while in the nude, in a G-string, thong, or anytime you're bare bottom. A fresh beach towel is provided in your stateroom each day for this purpose.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Where's this
Oh,
cruise
yeah.
depart from?
Miami.
And I think
that tracks.
That's
I
not
think
the
it goes-
most crazy cruise out there, Steven.
Liam
It goes from
Eichenberg is here. What's up, Liam Eichenberg?
It goes from Miami to San Francisco.
How are you?
Hello, Liam. Liam, are you feeling very lonely and isolated? So you want to go on this nude cruise, Liam? Is that what you want to do?
Yes, I do. Yes,
Man,
I
you almost sounded like that Ron White skit.
I am so sick
You feel
of everybody.
lonely.
I knew it was going to
I'm
be
so
Alex. I
sick
knew
of
it.
everybody bashing me.
Okay.
I'm so sick of everybody bashing
Tell him,
me.
Liam.
Lewis says,
You
Jesus.
hear that, Batman? You hear Liam talking, Batman?
Level 2
You
news wants to
listening?
know, what does it say
Liam
about
wants to go on
tattoos? Will my barber pole be a problem?
Y'all just don't like Germans, man.
Especially that guy Batman over there.
You see a name like Eichenberg and it
I heard
scares
that
you.
Liam
Like, you know.
Eichenberg wants to go to a
Right.
nude cruise.
Far
Show
from
his whole
Nugan.
body. Oh yeah.
Cruise meet and greet at Tootsie's before boarding. Hey, man, let's go.
Oh fucking.
We got to get the resident German Fin fans to tell us what Eichenberg means.
I got hiccups right now.
Right.
Look at this bastard.
It sounds like an old town with old castles color.
Right,
Hey,
right.
hello,
Eichenberg. I'm
Hello,
from
fans.
Eichenberg.
Hey, time out. It says no photographs, videos, or electronic images of any person may be taken without the express consent of that individual.
Oh,
That
snap.
work. Hey,
Oh,
do you want to
What do you mean? How does that work?
Do you
Yeah,
want
you ask permission.
Yeah, you
Want
walk
to-
around with a waiver in your hands and you hand them out.
Will you sign said waiver so we can take some pictures together?
I want to go on the cruise.
Just put it in fine print.
Go ahead, Alex.
But yeah, Crypto, you're
Hey,
probably
Steven.
right. There was probably a
$1,200.
Vaughn that got dropped, von Eichenberg. So Liam
Right,
from
it's a town.
Eichenberg. Right.
Right. Yeah, because Berg
Hey,
is town
Steven,
in German.
check private
City.
Right,
chat.
so it
That is the
probably
most
used to be
insane
von
thing you've ever
Eichenberg.
seen.
Right. Stadt is
What
city
the-
and Berg is like a town or Brewers.
Sex
township or
Island.
something. Yeah.
Oh shit.
What did you just send me?
Dude, it's a legit thing. It's absolutely insane what goes on that.
Have you been on it before?
No, I have never thrown $5,000 to something like that.
Why are
Tell the
people
truth.
sending me
No,
links
man.
to this
Dude,
stuff?
I haven't.
What's going on, man? What's
He's
going
into
on?
that he's into that domination shit stuff.
What in the world today? Y'all are killing
Combination.
me.
God.
You need to ask Daniel Oyefusi about
Lance,
that.
your mind is in the gutter,
This
Lance.
is the mind of
We
him.
got kids listening, man. We got
We're
kids
gonna come to
listening.
the show thinking Daniel Oyefusi's here, and they're gonna hear about us talking about
Whips and
sex,
chains excite me.
sex cruises and nude cruises and sex islands. Y'all
Hey,
are
can I
killing
ask?
me
Can I
today.
ask Liam Eichenberg a question? Are you still here?
Why you suck?
He's still here.
Why you stuck? Right.
I was gonna ask him
No,
if
he's
he was
gone.
looking for.
He's gone.
Any relation to
Okay.
Liam Neeson?
I was gonna ask
I
him
thought
if he
we
was
weren't-
looking for employment.
I
Right.
thought we weren't allowed to.
Lewis says, "I'm just telling you, it's not fun." What?
He's
Bearded
talking to me. He's talking to
Lewis
me.
went to
Damn,
Lewis
Lewis
had
No,
dominatrix.
no,
Lewis.
he's-
Lewis
no,
booty's
he's
all
talking
still
about
hurting from it.
He's
God
talking
damn.
to me because he's.
I got
he-
to. I got
Lewis is the one that they made
About
the
a
no
nude
the
cruise,
no
and
jewelry
it is,
rule after.
just gone left field out of that.
He's still holding an ice pack on his
He
butt.
said it's not fun.
He's talking to me
Oh shit.
because I came up here as Liam.
Alex,
As
why
Liam
is he having
Eichenberg.
to tell you it's not fun?
because I said, I was just trying to have fun, and by being another person. I mean,
Alex,
hey,
I think Cap. I think he's warning you about a cruise
I
you're
like
talking
what
about going on.
says. Are there
He probably
safe,
couldn't talk. I thought Lewis was talking about dominatrix.
are there safe words on this cruise? Are you supposed to have a safe word when you feel
Banana
uncomfortable?
is the universal safe
Banana.
word.
What the hell?
No, it's
What the hell
pineapple.
possessed you?
Pineapple.
What the hell possesses you?
Too big.
Hey Steven, I actually got the
There's
I
a lot
got
of
the
verbiage
action
going
figure.
on
Hold
now.
on.
So many different
Steven,
ways.
I got the action figure set back in the day. I was in some novelty store and I saw it and I bought it instantly. And it's Peter and Lois in their dominatrix stuff with a banana, with a little plastic banana next to him.
Oh my goodness. Hey, I got a spam person in the Twitch. It says, "Hi, I want to offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, views, chat bots. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality
that guy
is
again?
guaranteed to be the best.
Oh my God.
Auto on. Incredibly flexible and convenient order management panel. Everything
Flexible,
is in your
hey.
hands. Turn it on, off, customize. Go to dogehype.com."
Flexible
Dogehype.com.
midgets
Wow,
are the
they don't
best.
even hide it anymore on crypto.
Yeah,
they
they
just
don't even hide it. What the hell?
dogehype.com.
What the hell is that?
I'm gonna say no, thank you.
Flexible
No,
midgets
thank
are the
you.
best.
Man, he
No,
came
thank you,
all the way
guy.
over from
No,
Twitch to
thank
tell
you.
you that, Stephen D. Come on, man.
No, thank you,
Give
guy.
the guy some credit.
Level 2 noob says body tattoo is after his barber pole. Level 2 noob, stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. And people say they aren't listening. Joe, you're right, man. I know.
I
People
guarantee you, people pay that money to go on that cruise just to see if they can catch a celebrity there. You know it.
Hey, if Tiny Trixie's going on there, I'm going.
I want to know if it's look.
I think y'all are sleeping on the size of the nudist community.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's huge.
Oh, are they joining the woke movement too? The nudists? Everybody
Yep,
just be free. Wear your clothes.
Yep,
we should
they're
not
joining
be.
the woke
We
movement.
should not be constrained by the clothing construct.
So the nudist community predates the quote unquote woke community.
Yeah, so you can't say
They've
that.
been at it for decades.
Right, yeah, that's true. The nudist movement, yeah, they have.
I mean, that ain't no lie, bro. Technically, you're right. Damn, didn't even think of that.
I think they prefer to be
they
called
go way back.
naturalists.
Naturalists,
Yeah.
right.
Naturalists,
Hunter-gatherer types,
They go
right?
well, though. Right.
No, because they
They
live in
probably
their
even the
natural
Cro-Magnon
state,
man.
i.e. naked.
They're the
Right. Well, our
Cro-Magnon
natural state as humans is hunter-gatherers.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
agrarian,
Well,
this getting
a
together,
lot of them live
this
in like
getting together in
cult-like
towns and
communities that do
farming is
that.
actually not good for us.
They all living off the paleo diet.
No,
Just
there's
want
this
to
great
remind
book
everybody,
called
we got kids
The
listening.
Hunter-Gatherer's Guide to the 21st Century. It's pretty good.
Just wanted to
I don't know
segue.
if
We
I
got
can.
kids listening.
I could be carnivorous or not for my whole life. I got to eat some plant life.
Man, go to school, kids.
Or no, they should be in school.
Hell,
It's
don't
the
go to school.
summer.
Just,
You
just
guys
watch
clearly
Google.
don't
Just,
have kids.
look, just
I
ask
feel-
Google 10 questions a day, and you don't need to go to school.
Well,
Summer's over. School started today.
I would have hated
Yeah, there's
Not
this
for
week in
mine.
school nowadays.
Going to
Oh my
school
God.
School started. A lot of places
They
started
have
school
no
today.
summer. These kids
All
have no
that woke
summer.
stuff
Here
going
in
on.
South Florida.
all right, guys. All right. I got stuff to do. I gotta go. Right now the winner at 50% is
Well,
He's
you
getting
leave.
excited for that Sex Island link.
Exactly. He's
Or
getting
that
real
cruise.
excited.
I gotta do stuff for my house, man. Again, buying a house is a pain in the ass, is what it is.
Swear
all
jar.
I don't know what tomorrow's gonna be.
it is what you
so-
make it.
Yes. Well, I got so many comebacks for that, and I'm gonna leave it alone. Final thought.
Hey, if you really wanted to be buying the house, it would be a joy of an experience.
So if I move to West Virginia to you, it'll be an experience. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Experience for who?
No, my wife said
Ryan-
you're not allowed to move to West Virginia.
Oh, Nikki says I can't move there now.
Yeah.
West Virginia is beautiful.
Nikki loves me. You better shut
Terrible
up.
to drive
Shut
through.
your
You
mouth.
got a cell phone service and you on T-Mobile or
Kevin Lee
something.
says Steven's
it's
got to go
terrible.
make reservations. He's so excited. No.
The only,
Yeah,
the only two
does.
states I really don't like is like Alabama and Mississippi driving through there.
You know what, Lance?
Yeah, they have no cell.
We don't
phone
like
in
I
Alabama.
hate to tell you, my man. It's just something about it. Just I don't know. Alabama and Mississippi just
Can't
I
get a
can't.
signal out there.
It's
Oh, be honest, Lance.
Oh,
You
the
picture
people are
every
great.
driver in
Part
Alabama.
of
You
I've got
hold on.
to go. Do you not understand? Final thoughts, Alex. Final thoughts. Go. 30 seconds.
Well,
Make it happen,
well, MC. Let's not pay too much
Really?
attention to that newness. All right, but let's go Dolphins. Let's see what they got Friday night, tomorrow night, and we'll pick it up from Monday morning.
All right. Bye, Felicia. Next, Lance. Final thought of the day, Lance.
Hey, be blessed, everybody. Have a good one.
Oh, that was actually very nice, Lance. I'm not even going to make fun of you there.
Thank you,
Robert,
Lance.
final thought.
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah.
So why are you
Oh,
moving,
yeah,
Steven?
Why am I moving? Because I'm getting out of this state called Maryland, and I want to go live in a real nice house and get out of a 2-bedroom apartment. And I want my wife and my family to be happy.
Okay,
That's
cool.
all that matters.
Fair enough.
How
I
dare
don't
you?
disagree.
How dare I? I know.
There you go.
I just didn't know if you
All
got
right,
a new
Robert.
job or something. But no, man, should be a good game
I
tomorrow.
probably will, but to afford some of this mortgage.
Fair enough.
But, yeah.
Should be a good game tomorrow. Look forward to it. You get your day moving on.
It'll be fun.
Figure out how
It'll
you're
be
going to
fun.
make
I'll
those
figure out-
reservations
I'll
on your
figure
new
out
cruise.
tomorrow. If y'all see donation for shots on the clip tomorrow on the YouTube thumbnail, you'll know what time it is. If not, I'll
Is it
figure
$1
out
for an
what I'm
ounce?
gonna do. It is this is real donations, okay? We're not doing dollars.
Right, $1 for an ounce.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that, Robert. Robert, get out of here. I love you. Bye, bud. Crypto, final thought. Hurry up.
Wait, real quick, I got to question Robert's eye test from now on if he's talking about tomorrow should be a good game. It's a preseason game. None of them good.
You leave Robert alone, Color. Crypto, final thought. Go.
Word. Good luck in Jackson. My father lived down there in Jackson. He hightailed this out of there in
I'm
his
not
final
moving to
spot in
Jackson.
Indiana.
I'm moving outside of Jackson. Crypto, thank you very
I
much.
know. I'm just saying close enough. Just don't put on your left blinker after 11 o'clock at night.
Well, I think I'll be okay. I'll be fine. Get out of here. I just won't go to no Alabama boating docks. I'll steer clear of those. Okay. And I think I'll be good. Okay. No
I know,
tailgate
man.
tomorrow, Caesar.
No green glass bottles as well.
Or Crypto, I'll do this if I need help. Okay. And I'll be good. I'll be good. Okay. You didn't understand what just happened there. All right, Crypto, get out of here. I'll talk to you later.
All right, man.
Bye. Color, final thought of the day.
First, I think that Lance only thinks drivers in Alabama are bad because he probably driving through there thinks that every driver on the road is a 2-and-ear. So there's a little bit of bias there, I think.
Yeah, that sounds accurate. That tracks.
You know, I can even imagine like him thinking, like yelling at a car, and you stinking 2-and-ear, and the woman's like, "What? I don't even know what that is." Anyway,
that definitely tracks.
If you want to know, if you want to all be reminded, like every year, because it seems like we forget after the playoffs how good the playoffs are, and we forget after every preseason how terrible they are. So if you want to be reminded of an example of how tomorrow's game is going to look, watch football tonight. I think there's a game on tonight because it ain't going to be no better. That's it for me.
Robert, 10 seconds. Go. Rebuttal, Color.
Hey, Color. Any football right now is good football. It is absolutely better than nothing.
You got me. Okay. You got me.
Get out of here. Ryan, you are the final thought of the day. And
well,
yes,
the final
I'm
thought.
playing favoritism because you're one of my best friends. So you do get the final thought just because you're one of my best friends. And I'm going to make everybody mad doing that because I just want to make people mad today. That's all. That's all I want to do.
Well, then let's make them even more mad.
In the words of Level 2 Noob, I want to see the world burn today. That's it. That's all I want to do.
That's fair.
That's fair. Fair. Will you give me a final thought? Or are you just going to be silent?
Sure, I'll give you a final thought. Let's all not overreact. Let's stop the overreactions. It's training camp. It's preseason. Let's wait another month to see what we really have going on. Calm down. That's my final thought.
So what you're saying is everybody should take a chill pill and relax.
Yes. The better indicator of what we have in front of us this season is what was put on the field last season, not what you're seeing on the field in training camp and preseason.
Steven, who pissed you off? I'm okay. I'm not mad, Canes 1989. I'm just messing with y'all. I'm just playing, man. I'm Mr. Spread Kindness. I want to see everybody happy. Gosh, I'm good. Ryan, I love you, buddy. I'll talk to you later. All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami Fan Morning Show. Hope you all enjoyed the show today. I enjoyed the show today. It was fun as hell. It was one of my favorite shows, actually. I enjoyed it very much. Got to talk a lot about nothing, and sometimes those are the best shows. I appreciate Batman for saying you should do Wildin' Out Wednesday on Thursday since there was no Wildin' Out Wednesday. Good choice, my man. Good choice. Let's see here. We're going to celebrate my birthday in some way, shape, or form tomorrow. My birthday's really on Sunday, but we're going to celebrate it tomorrow, okay? I love you guys. You guys are the best in the world, and I hope you all enjoy everything, and be awesome, be amazing, be absolutely amazing, and I don't care what they say. It's always two a time on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Clock Blockers, the #1 Miami Fan Morning Show. Let's go. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter collar. Whole squad been trained to go. Fence for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. Two a time, two a time. Time to grind, time to shine. Two a time, two a time. Two a time, two a time. Two a time, two a time. Time to grind, time to shine. Two a time, two a time. Two a time, two a time. My intuition told me this. To trust the coach, he holds the gift. He knowing when to go with fit. So we knowing when to switch. This year we got the golden pick. Time to see what that pick about. Bad vibes.